Welcome to the Planescape, where good and evil clash, where law and order maintain their delicate balance, the battleground for gods and monsters. Many heroes have written their legends in the stars of the Astral Sea, but these are not their stories. The Per Aspera and her crew, Kyana, Finbar, Virla, and Dani, may not be the stuff of legends yet, but they're definitely rolling with difficulty.
Hello, and welcome to our little planes-hopping D&D campaign, folks. My name is Austin, your friendly neighborhood dungeon master, and I am joined, as always, by my fearsome fungi feeding on food aficionados. Say hello, everyone.
Hi.
We're feeding on the food aficionados?
I think we're not the fungi in question. Yet, anyway.
Hello.
Well, that's the beautiful thing about fungi. You will be.
Let's agree to disagree on that.
I don't make the rules. I kind of make the rules.
You do make the rules. You explicitly make the rules. You're the rules master. That's why we pay you the big bucks. That's a lie. None of us get paid for this.
Welcome to Season 2, Episode 7. Rapidly approaching the end, although not as rapidly as last season. Last season, we were almost at the end at this point, and now we've still got a ton more to go, and no one should be nervous or scared about that at all.
Why would you say that? Why?
I trust you implicitly.
It's not like we discussed the logistics of player death at any point. Why would we do that?
No. In any case, thank you for joining us again. We're so happy that you have continued to come on this wonderful journey with us. But there is more that lies ahead. I believe that we have no announcements this week. Is that correct, producer?
Well, it's a good reminder to just have fun out there. And if you find yourself with a set of dice that's rolling poorly, switch to a different one. I personally like to have as many sets of dice as possible, but some people like to have just one. That's fine too. There's no announcements this week. I can keep vamping if you want, but I got nothing like
No, I insist you don't.
This episode.
So thank you to Lucky Brand Jeans.
Yes! Do not let this bit cross over. It is the scourge of my existence. It would be so easy to email them, Red. So easy. Let me do it.
No, it's look, we're having like it's a classic chivalric romance. I gotta pine from afar. They gotta graze me with gifts and favors. But if we ever have like a real conversation, it's the downfall of Camelot. You know how this goes.
Fantastic. So with all of the weird shenanigans that we'll definitely get up to already behind us, why don't we go ahead and start the episode?
Yeah, we are known to do that.
All right, let's get. Yep.
When last we left our heroes.
That's us.
Your journey to Brass and your reconnecting with Otto cut short by a message from Elise. Riggs was missing. A lead on her location, and the knowledge that whatever she was up to, she didn't trust the rest of the guild with the information, only the people who had already been brought into the fold. So, with no one else to act as cavalry, you guys sailed to the dope-ass plane known as Bitopia, which is super cool, and a total vacation. And we should go back there sometime when people aren't in mortal danger. But you arrived,
never
investigated. Yeah, whenever that'll happen. That's another time. You arrived, investigated, followed leads, acted as the roundsman herself would act, found a desiccated forest on the second twin paradise, so to speak, followed the tracks into a spacious cavern, and found what can only be described as a monstrous fungal bloom. Floor, you can go back and listen to the episode for details, but you fought some horrible funguses, rescued Riggs, had a strange encounter with a membrane that seemed to act like a portal of some kind. Some of you coming away worse for wears. And we pick up the motes, like faint little motes in the air, drifting around as you guys limp away from the russet mold that covers the whole floor here. The membrane across the far wall still kind of like shriveling, little tatters like turning into goop and falling away. Riggs, barely conscious, reaches out and places into your hand the tuning fork and looks up at Finbar expectantly. Here's the Per Aspera. What would you like to do?
Let's get out of this gross cave, please.
Yeah, that
Agreed.
sounds good.
All right, how's everybody doing?
Bad.
Bad?
Honestly,
Bad.
I've been worse in terms of hit
I
points.
know. I'm doing bad because I took a bunch of hits for Dani.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah.
All right, let's get everybody up to par for a little bit. I'm going to do a quick second level cure wounds
Finbar.
while I still have the chalice up. Ooh, and max on that. That is 19.
Ooh.
To everyone?
No, just to Kyana.
Thank you. It's better.
Dani, do you need anything?
Nah, I'm fine.
Alright. Then, yeah, no, that's going to be it for now. I pumped the healing into Riggs at the end of last session, correct?
Yes, you
Yeah.
did a huge heal on Riggs. You overfilled Riggs. Riggs is at half maximum hit points right now because of her levels of exhaustion.
Yeah.
Alright.
Have we already used our plane shift for the day? Just
Well, we have to
get
be
here?
in the ship to do
Use
that.
the plane shift to shift to the Astral Sea.
right. Okay, so we're gonna have a little time before we can use the tuning fork.
Right.
Okay. First, let's get out of the cave.
Yeah, let's get out of the gross mushroom cave, please.
Riggs's speed is currently 0. Who's going to carry her?
I can carry her. I mean, I carried her before, so yeah.
You pick up Riggs. Are you keeping your astral arms up, or
I'm keeping my astral arms up for now. Yeah.
cool? Astral arms scoop her up. You see, she looks at you. Thanks, kid. How long did it take y'all to get here?
We're not as good at investigating as you are. It took us a little while to figure out where to start looking.
We talking like hours or days?
Hours, right? Definitely
been
didn't take us that long. Yeah.
A couple hours. Came
Yeah.
as quickly as we could.
Yeah.
Alright, there might still be time then.
Oh boy, that's
You
ominous.
begin walking out of the cavern,
Ah, Finbar, wait!
and as you do, she
What's going on, Dani?
Watch out, you almost stepped in that lava. Gotta... Dani, like, jump over what's in front of her and then keep on walking down the cavern.
Okay.
Vera
Can I
will
do a
jump
tasty
over.
little insight check now?
We're gonna have to keep an eye on Dani.
I didn't do an insight check last time, out of courtesy. But can I do one now?
yes. Go ahead.
Thank
roll
you.
Insight check.
Ha! Oh, okay. 23.
Definitely beats my passive.
Well, Danny's not deceiving in any way, shape, or form.
There's lava there.
A 23. I mean,
It's present.
to deduce the exact sequence of events, right, is more of a lore thing. But to grok that someone is not experiencing things correctly is, I'd say a 23 insight is enough to say, like, in other words, I know it's very obvious to us that Dani exploded the thing and then went crazy. But to you, what you see is Dani beginning to act strangely after a fight that was extremely dangerous. So, however Kyana would interpret that.
Well, to be fair, I saw her start acting strangely before we finished that fight.
That's true. She did walk towards the portal. But I also... I'd say with a 23, that's what... A 23 is enough to connect those dots, I should say, because, you know, being charmed by monsters in fights is something that you'd probably be at least vaguely familiar with.
In the Underdark? Yeah.
Exactly.
You could say
So
that.
the idea that she might have been charmed during the fight kind of clicks to you, but with a 23 insight to put together that, these two things that might be unrelated phenomenon, Dani having a strange remark right now, and Dani potentially being charmed in the fight, actually the way she's interacting with it seems to be very similar to you.
Okay. Great.
So, yeah, definitely connection drawn that something happened to Dani in that fight, to Kyana.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Fantastic.
As your brain is going through these thoughts, Riggs is going to sort of bring you guys up to speed.
Yes.
After asking how long it took you to get here, you see she kind of breathes a small sigh of relief when you say hours. Probably all wondering what went down here. Yeah, there was actually a fair bit to go on following what you gave me after that fight at the Grand Connoisseur's party, following a few leads, checking out dead ends. I thought perhaps the food might have been tainted. No lead there, but I did manage to track down our friend, the one who knew the suspect at the party, the Guildmaster Reese. Old Sigil hotshot from the Guild War days. Asked her about this Azadico, this water genasi you described. Apparently, he's an old member of the Doom Guard, so squares with him having beef with Karundantrasi. Of course, nearly all of them are gone now. Good riddance. So I decided to follow up on our friend Kror, see if I could follow the thread back the other way on this particular case. Guess I got careless there. She looks over her shoulder. Easy enough, mind you. Following his trail. He's a hunter, but not a clandestine kind. But I didn't expect that he'd be there. Zydeco. I thought it would be just another dead end. That's all I remember, walking in and seeing him there. But if he knows that the guild, if he knows that I am onto him, there's no reason for him to wait to make a move anymore. If he suspects at all that his window may be closing, I don't see any reason a person with that much conviction will be holding back on whatever machinations they got stirring. And right now, the five of us are the only ones with a semi-full notion of what's going on.
You saw Zydeco is the name?
Yeah.
Here?
I did. He was here.
Well, time is of the essence then.
Yeah.
We
Where
gotta
is
get
the
to the ship
tuning
first.
fork?
Yeah, let's post haste to the ship.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm assuming that's where we're walking.
Is it going to take
Yeah.
us? I mean, obviously, the tuning fork would be the direct route if we could plane shift. But if this is just taking us to the guild hall, would it be faster just sail to the portal to Sigil?
So, the portal to Sigil, I'm gonna go ahead and roll right here, because it's gonna take you at least an hour to sail back to the portal that took you to Bytopia in the first place. So in other words, to get without using the plane shift, it's going to take you an hour to get to the Astral Sea. So that's 1 hour to begin with. And then after that, the nearest portal to Sigil is about a 6-hour sail away.
Okay. So how long does it take for our plane shift to recharge?
Takes 1 day.
Yeah.
How long has it been since we used it?
Well, we plane
About-
shifted to the sea from Brass, and then it was...
handful
Yeah.
hours, 5 hours, 7 hours, maybe optimistically, 7 hours, 8 hours,
Okay.
So I don't think that would
including everything that's gone down. I'd say about 8 hours.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess. I don't know. The long shot would be: is there some
What
way
if-
we can Dani hack the ship to give us one emergency plane shift, or
Wait, what are
It's
the
D&D.
odds?
Anything
that-
is possible.
Wait, what are the odds that Exotico is the name? Is still in Bytopia though?
You see
Azadica?
Yeah.
You see Riggs give a shrug. She say, if he's Doomguard, his main raison d'etre, so to speak, is the end of things. That's their philosophy.
oh, that's
Hey,
what a
Austin.
Doomguard is.
What's the Doom Guard?
One of the,
The
old
Doomguard,
factions in the
anyone who'd
old
like to
days.
roll a history check can go ahead and roll a history check for me.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm also just gonna openly ask,
Hell
hey, what's
yeah.
a Doomguard? Because I have no idea what any of this means.
I'll roll that.
And I
Well,
got
go
a
ahead.
flat 10.
Kiana asks, what's the Doomguard?
Of course I
and
did.
Ooh,
I was hoping someone would be polite enough to explain.
I
but
rolled
everyone
21
here apparently
for
knows
history.
what's up.
21. Okay.
Natural
Whoa.
17, baby. High 8, low whiz.
I rolled
Noir.
a flat
I
10.
got a 1.
You go 1.
Oh no! Oh no!
It occurs to you that for all of the grandeur, you've never studied politics in any deep way. Noir.
I never cared for politics.
Uh,
Yeah, not
Dani.
Virla, Noir.
Sorry,
makes
Noir. Virla has never studied, apparently has not studied politics.
Virla might know, but
Legends
he's
and
not
history,
telling.
but modern going on, things from, not the deep past, but from, within centuries. Sorry, what'd you say? Was it 21 history?
Hell yeah, baby.
So
What's the word on the streets?
the Doomguard, there were many factions of ideology in Sigil. Sigil is the center of the multiverse, and no powers. Powers is capital P in this case. Powers refers to gods, demon lords, the devil, the what's the word I'm looking for? The archdukes of hell, right? These are the true elves, the celestial she. Those are powers, capital P. They are not allowed in Sigil. It is the neutral ground. As a result, a lot of factions spring up there based on philosophies because there is no being of an alignment to impose will there. For a long time, there were tons and tons of factions in Sigil, and then there was a war because they couldn't get along, and the Lady of Pain basically gave them an ultimatum of go other places, disband, or cease to exist. She's been known to do stuff like that in the past. So they broke up. There was one of them was the Society of Sensation. This is all stuff Finbar, like that. This is kind of like a lower history check thing. So some, not Kyana, but definitely Dani, definitely Finbar would be aware of all of this part.
Thanks.
The Society of Sensation was one, and they broke apart, and one faction that sprang up from it was the Searing Tongue. So the Society of Sensation was all about the experience of the planescape to understand it. And one faction obsessed, talking about food and food as a gateway to culture, sprang up from that. The Doomguard was one of the enemies that during the big faction war fought against the Society of Sensation, and they were entropy is the natural state of things. Things will end, and this is the Dani part. The resistance to that is what causes suffering in the planescape. Bad things happen because we fight against the inevitable ending of all things. And in that ending, there will be sweet, just like peace, basically. That is their philosophy. So that is what Dani knows.
It's the guys who are like, ooh, it's the end of all things is like the good stuff, and we shouldn't even fight it or whatever, but that's quitter talk.
Cool. They sound kind of bad.
It's not my personal
well,
favorite
Story
philosophy.
short.
I mean, there's a
Don't say
reason
it.
why a lot of the factions don't exist no more. It was,
And they're one of the ones that got the worst of it. I mean,
Yeah.
when your ideology is the end of all things, and then an all omnipotent being tells you to,
Stop
go
it.
or
Knock it off.
disband or something else. Most of your folks kind of decide that the destruction of the guild of the faction is the best way forward. I have met one of them, and I couldn't even say. I'm not sure I've ever really met one in person. But apparently, they're our friends, an old member, ally. As far as I know, most of the true members died in Sigil when they decided to end their faction.
Okay.
So she kind of gives as weak a shrug as is humanly possible, and yet a shrug could still describe what it is.
Right. We need to
You
let this
guys
poor woman
emerge
take a
from the
nap.
cave and walk along the small stream that you followed to get here, down into that cavern, out underneath the beginning to dim sky.
Also, can we warn Elise? Like, do we have sending or something?
I can
Just-
only
if it's gonna
call
take us.
Otto's.
Okay. If it's gonna take us hours to get there, and this guy might be ahead of us, I don't know.
If we head back towards the market, there might be somebody over there that we could buy a sending or two.
That's true.
I do not have the energy to muster to cast sending.
Okay.
If we were to rest a bit, I might be able to.
Well, hopefully they can hold on.
Riggs says, Well, I got the tuning fork, so by the time you get ascended out, with any luck, we can zip zap right back to Sigil. Hopefully, if this Azadico is not capable of plane shifting, which I don't know that it would necessarily be, we should be able to beat him and warn the guild ourselves.
Well, we used the ship's 1-a-day plane shift already today to get here to rescue you.
Plane shifting might not be an option.
Were all y'all not near a portal or something?
We came as fast as we could.
Yeah.
We were in the city of
that
brass.
And that meant plane shifting.
We were near a portal, weren't we? Oh, come on, guys.
In our defense, we really wanted to get away from Otto.
Yeah, I asked you guys, I was like, how are you gonna get there? And you guys were like, the dramatic plane shift away, obviously.
Punch it.
I was like, all right.
Also in our defense, Elise seemed rather urgent, and she only had very few sendings to actually get her point across, and that was not enough, and so we erred on the side of urgency.
We might be able to punch it. I don't know. Maybe if we overclock it, we can make the ship go faster.
I can
what
it could
try
be
some stuff.
What does Zadako look like again? He's
a water genasi,
Natural
pretty
enemy.
old, which again they kind of age weird because they're part elemental beings,
Yeah.
but they're also part human. So we're talking graying at the hairline, pulling back a little bit, graying a lot on the sides.
An old man.
Starting to get the wrinkles starting to show under the eyes a little bit.
well,
I mean, he's a water genasi, so
Yeah.
sweats a lot to begin with, but we're talking like real old man sweats here.
Yeah.
Sweatification of water genasi begins again. The newest trend in
Real.
D&D.
We cut back to the party episode, and he just keeps trying to pick up a plate, and he keeps slipping out of his.
He's very
wet
moist.
hands.
Very moist.
Entropy truly is the way of all things.
Okay, so we got to figure out how fast we got to get there. I think we ask if anybody is seen, because I can't imagine that he'd, be able to sneak around all that sneakily around here. So if we can figure out when was the last time people saw him, we can figure out how long, it'll take for us to track him down if he's still here.
Actually, we still have all that paperwork that we got from the customs office guys. We can see
That's
if he
true.
came through legitimate methods.
But it is only of the searing tongue.
I thought we got all of them for the last couple months even.
If I
Because
remember,
we didn't
you
know
got
if-
the searing tongue record for a couple months. Did
Yeah.
we?
But because we thought Riggs might not have been coming through officially.
We didn't. I didn't realize that until after I had already
really?
gotten the.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Thank you, Noir, for remembering. This is.
Teacher, did we have homework?
I haven't listened back to the actual play yet.
I say this confidently, but I
Podcast
could also be
listeners.
wrong. I don't know.
I think we did just get the searing tongue stuff.
Yeah, but it's also keep in mind that is people who are coming through legitimately with their name and through that port.
Yeah.
True.
Okay. So we might
Like,
not
it's a
have
whole
even been
world.
there.
If anything,
could-
when
we
we
could
get back to
travel
the
back.
town, we can ask around.
You
Yeah.
guys entered, fantasy New York in this Earth.
Okay. So let's just get back to the ship and see what we can figure out.
All right.
All right.
So it's getting real
Dani
low.
hops over a little crevasse in the way and continues walking up through the cave.
Danny, I don't know what you're hopping over, but there ain't nothing there.
All right, fall to your death. That's on you, man.
Okay.
You see a giant crevice there.
A crevasse, yeah.
Dani, I have a question. Why did you start walking on the hurdy mold that kills you when we were in there? It felt awkward to bring up at the time because you seemed like you were kind of in a state, but
I don't know. I was trying to move around. There's hurdy mold all over the place. It was a giant fungal cavern.
yeah, but you started walking right towards the biggest, nastiest fungus of them all.
I figured as the biggest, nastiest, most on fire of us all, I could probably take it.
Okay. Can I roll an insight check on that?
Yeah. So your explanation is that you thought you could fight it, right, Danny? Is
Yeah,
what you're saying?
I guess.
Okay, but that's not what you saw. That's not why you approached. So if you're lying, please roll deception.
She just doesn't want to tell Virla that she saw the answer to
14.
like the universe.
That's not going to beat my passive insight of 18.
Please roll your insight check.
My regular
please.
insight? Okay.
Yeah.
If it's worse, do I get my passive? Or...
So technically, rules is written. That is how it works. Although I
Yep.
don't typically play it that way because otherwise the dice. Oh, please tell me what you rolled.
I rolled a straight 10, so it's 18 again.
Ding.
There
Is
you
she
go, okay.
lying, DM?
Yeah,
Oh,
she's
what's
concealing something from
happening?
you.
Oh,
Alright.
no.
Danny
So,
is KG
I imagine
under
we're
the
still
best of
walking,
circumstances.
right?
Yes, yes, we're still.
and
I'm not
you're releasing
stopping.
it.
We need to get to
You
the
guys
ship.
are basically
moving.
at the ship by now. I'll say.
Okay.
Okay, let's get onto the ship.
All right, Danny.
Climb the
Can I
rope
do
bridge.
like a checkup
Sorry, the
on her?
rope ladder.
Like
Dude,
a
I
general.
gotta overclock
Yeah,
this.
that would be
All right,
medicine.
what's happening?
That would be medicine, Finn. If Danny will submit for it, Danny, you have to agree to submit for it. But
Can you do this while I work? Because I feel like we're gonna need full juice on this engine.
It's gonna take 2 seconds. All right.
Fine.
And so I checking her eyes, mobility.
go ahead, roll a medicine check.
With the medicine check, okay, don't have proficiency in this, but still rolled an 18.
Oh,
You can't find anything medically wrong with her.
Okay.
You don't even see, like, you check her throat to see if there's like mold spores growing or something
Ow.
in her throat, and there's none.
Okay.
Ooh, can I check her vision specifically? So I start
yeah.
asking, like, oh, can you see that in the distance, something like 10 feet out, 30 feet out, and then 60 feet out?
Yep, there's
Let me see. This is not going to manifest all the time. So while we're doing this, it's very good. The combination of that idea with that roll is strong. What I'd like to see now is to see if it's going to manifest during this checkup. So Danny, go ahead and roll a d6. If you roll a 5 or a 6, you're hallucinating during this happening, and Finbar's going to check up on it.
Roll a 6.
You
Yeah.
point towards. You start far out, and you're checking her vision, and you bring it in as he gets to something that's about 30 feet away. So something that's a little bit off the ship. Maybe there's like a desiccated tree there. Danny, what does Danny see?
Is that another spelljammer? We should go that way.
Oh.
She sees our spelljammer while she's on our spelljammer.
It looks like it might be a different class of ship potentially, but like, oh, maybe
You
they
see
could
her
play
eyes
escape.
dilate as if she's looking at far too much light than she actually is.
That would
currently.
be constrict.
Yeah, is it not just dilate?
No,
for both
dilating is
ways?
when it's dark.
Dilating is when it's dark, because then it lets in more light.
Yes. No,
Yeah.
I know when your pupils get bigger or smaller, but I thought dilation was the verb to refer to growing or shrinking of the.
Oh. No, I don't
think
know.
so.
In any case, they constrict as it seems like there's too much light, but that's not. It's not right. That shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no. All right, y'all. Danny's seeing things that ain't really there. Danny, that's no shit. That's just a regular ass tree.
Well, the tree is there, but the ship's like right above it.
No,
There is-
there's no ship out there.
There is not a ship.
All right.
Can I make an
I-
insight check to
No.
see if they're lying to me?
Oh no!
Make an insight check, Danny.
Ooh, 1.
Danny, as this is happening, you turn to look at Finbar, and how'd you not see it before?
Oh my god.
They all got gotten to. You see a little fungal sprout starting to grow out of the edge of his ear.
Oh no.
Something's wrong with Finbar.
I hate
and
this,
something's
I
wrong
hate
with
this,
Finbar,
I
and the
hate
rest
this.
are agreeing with him.
I hate this.
Danny, what are you gonna do?
I'll
are
reach
you
out
doing,
and I'll
guys?
cast Burning Hands in a 15-foot cone.
No.
Surprise round. Here's
I'm a
what's up.
you can't surprise me. I have a feat for this.
I need everyone to please roll initiative.
Okay.
God damn it, Sophia.
I need everyone to please roll initiative. We're gonna
Noir,
theater the
I don't want
mindless,
to hear
and I'm
this from
under-
you.
I'm
You
operating
got
under the
got
assumption
too.
you
Don't
guys
think I
are-
have forgotten.
I don't know what you're talking about. Virla is acting perfectly normal.
Okay.
I'm operating under the assumption that we are all within 30 feet of each other as we
Shit.
theater the mind this combat. So,
All right.
Okay, sure.
everyone, please roll initiative, and please let me know if you rolled a 20 to 25.
Nope.
All right, 15 to 20.
I rolled a
16.
19.
Just don't hit Riggs, okay? Danny,
Oh,
just don't hit
Jesus.
Riggs.
Danny,
Riggs is in my
at
arms,
a-
and I have evasion. I think I can shield her
Okay,
from
all right.
Dani's at a 19. Was there another 15 to 20?
16.
All right, Kyana is sitting at 16. The other boys' night, how you doing?
We're at 13.
8.
13 for Finn and
8. Yeah.
Fearless sitting at an 8 and Finn sitting at a 13. All right, so here's what's happening. The surprise round is going off. Dani is surprising, and Kyana is alert and thus immune to surprise. So they are going to take the first actions, and then we're going to go back to the top of initiative. So Dani, if you're casting Burning Hands, let's see. So you're definitely, I assume you're aiming it at Finbar.
Yeah, anyone who looks like they got the fungi on them, I gotta burn that shit off.
Let's see, because again, we're theater of the minding this. So both Kyana and Virla, just roll me a d6, a 5 or a 6. You're standing in the way of the. You're gonna get caught in the Burning Hands.
I rolled a 6.
I also rolled a 6.
Damn it!
Yes,
What are you doing, Dani? What are you
All right,
doing to
can I
me,
please
man?
get a dexterity saving throw from
Honestly,
everyone?
narratively,
All
I
right.
think this is like where Dani's
this
character
is
growth
great.
was going all along.
I agree. I feel like PvP
Natural
was an
one
inevitability.
inside,
Now it's
yes.
intentional friendly fire.
Dex save. Okay,
Natural
here we go.
1.
15.
19.
Okay, the
What-
DC
sorry,
for
what are we
Burning
rolling? I'm
Hands
so sorry.
is 12, so...
Huh. Okay, I saved for no damage, so Riggs is fine.
Dexterity?
Jesus
Yes.
Christ, dude.
Yep, dexterity saving
Dex
throw.
12, you take half damage on a successful save.
Yeah, I rolled a 6.
Bruh.
All right, so Virla, you're gonna take full. Finbar takes half, and Kyana and Riggs in her hand take none. As Kyana, the world seems to slow down as you see the eye movement of a person who is panicked and about to do something reckless that you are used to in Dani when she usually starts a fight. You see the looking at Finbar and then the
Never
somatic
panicked.
components coming out as she innately casts just a cone of fire. You fully jump back, Riggs completely cradled between your body and the astral arms, protecting both of you. What's the damage for Finn and for Virla?
14 total, so if you succeeded, that's 7 points of fire damage.
Okay.
All right.
14 is total, you said?
Yep.
Okay. Oof.
How you doing, Finbar and Virla? How you doing?
I'm at a solid 46.
18.
Awesome. Kyana, it is now your turn.
Oh my god.
As you are. By the way, the alert feat, man, that's saving your ass because otherwise Dani would just go again after the surprise round.
Okay. I can't go into fight mode. That's Dani. I'm just gonna mind link with her and use an action so she can respond and be like, Dani, what are you doing?
You hold still. I gotta get that shit off of you guys.
There's nothing on us. What did you see in the cave? I know you were lying to me.
So many mushrooms.
Well, those were actually there, but what did you see that made you want to
No
go
more
there?
mushrooms. Like we're evil mushrooms, man.
I mean, Dani, I'll remind you, you saw a mechanist through that portal.
Yeah.
Metal mushrooms.
Okay.
I think this
Amazing.
is messing with your mind, man. Dani, none of us are trying to hurt you. And you gotta
Kyana,
stop before we all get hurt.
Oh, I'll hurt
Kyana,
her.
would you like to do anything?
I guess, can I roll a persuasion? I don't know.
Yeah, go pop off.
I mean, because the thing is, like, mechanically, all I can do is talk to you and you can talk back. I can't, like, show you what I'm seeing. At least
Correct.
not rules as written.
I know
That's
what
not
I'm
how it
seeing,
works.
and if there's one thing Dani trusts, it's herself. So I'm getting the
I
mushrooms
know.
off you guys.
Oh, God. Okay. Is there anything funky I can do? I'm only good at hitting stuff. No!
You know, a dodge action will give you advantage on another dex save if you gotta make it.
Yeah, sure would.
I mean, here's the thing. You can roll perception, but I typically, I've done it a few times in this case, but I try to avoid players using persuasion, deception, and stuff on each other. To insight something is wrong with Dani is one thing.
Yeah.
When Dani obliquely tells a lie, to see if it can be hidden or not is another thing. But, in terms of convincing, the character Dani to do something, I don't, I don't.
Can we,
I try to
as
avoid
players
that
convince Sophia, the player?
I mean, the only thing I can think of that I would, no, it's still useless ass psychic powers. Okay, I'll take the dodge action, and I'm gonna put Riggs down behind me. Actually, wait,
Okay.
she's probably safer in my arms because
Well, you've got tons of speed, so if you wanted to like plop
I'm gonna
her
deposit
somewhere
her
and get
fully
back,
out of, like, maybe I can put her in the bubble, you know, near the helm,
yeah,
or
totally.
just near the bubble, just out of range of Dani.
Yeah, completely. Riggs is going to be a non-combatant in this fight. You fully do like a corkscrew flip out of the burning hands.
Heck yeah.
Land backwards. Use your reach to kind of like tuck Riggs away where she's safe inside
Stretchy,
the
like
bubble.
Looney
and then,
Tunes arms.
Yeah, come, running back down. The mind link connects, and you say this to Dani.
Yeah.
Does that end your turn?
I used my action, I think, to let her respond to me. So I think, wait, did I? Hold on.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, that's my action. So I guess bonus action. I can use that to dodge, right? My bonus action. Okay, then yes, I'll just do that and try to avoid taking any more damage.
All right. Dani, it comes back to you as Virla and Finbar are both surprised. Dani comes back to you.
Do they still got mushrooms on them?
Oh my god.
Yeah, nothing's changed.
She doesn't roll again?
I like how Austin could have been like, is this like a once per turn thing where she can roll like a wisdom saving? Nah.
That's a good point. Please make a wisdom saving throw. You'll make a wisdom
had to
saving throw
say
against
wisdom,
the DC
Noir.
of the madness. Make a wisdom
Hey,
save against the DC.
players-
It's
of
about
madness.
your perceptions.
Players,
Okay.
you can stand your ground against the DM. This is a two-way conversation here.
Yeah, if you have a good thought, please share it. I'll
Can I give her advantage because she's connected with my brain and I have a
Nope.
+5 wisdom? Okay, fine.
I
Fine,
rolled a
DM, you
16
tyrant.
minus 1, so that's 15.
Mine.
Wisdom, man.
Do you have any inspirations?
I do, but would I use it?
Fair enough.
Yeah, no.
All right,
yeah.
Dani, what would you like to do?
Let's see.
Wait, a 15 fails?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
You glimpsed the 222nd layer of the abyss.
So, like, a 16 would have done it?
Yeah, 16. It's a 16. No, I'll tell you this. It's possible for Dani to succeed it.
Are you sure about
So
that?
So it's gotta be 19 or
even with
18.
It's a night.
Even with her negative wisdom, it's possible
Yeah.
for Dani to succeed on this save.
Okay. I'm gonna Plug's on the ship, so I'm gonna use my bonus action to be like, Plug, tramp him down, and I will cast Produce Flame, and I'm just gonna chuck it at whoever's closest to me.
Finbar's within 5 feet, so you can go ahead and make a ranged attack roll at disadvantage.
Oh, Finbar, you are the luckiest motherfucker in this game.
Oh yeah.
12, does that hit?
Oh no, that would not hit.
No, goes wide.
Okay. Yeah, I imagine like literally just big arm. Now that you kind of know what's going on, Finbar, just like push, and the fireball streaks wide and hits a desiccated tree off the ship.
Plug, sick him. Plug is somewhere on the ship. I don't know.
Yep. Who's Plug gonna attack?
I guess the better question is Plug also
Hold on.
afflicted by madness?
Hold on. Plug listens to Dani at all costs.
Yep.
The one time you remember
is
that
gonna
Plug
attack
can
Virla.
attack.
Ooh.
The goal is to remove the mushrooms, not to defeat my friends.
Sure.
Uh-huh. So you use Burning Hand instead of,
Yeah,
independent what
cleansing
else
fire.
Mushrooms away.
Hey,
Not
Burning
lethal
Hands
fire
doesn't get my
damage.
Artificer bonus. It just does regular fire damage because it's not an Artificer spell, it's a Fire Genasi spell. So I could have added a
This is
D8,
true.
but I didn't.
Thanks.
All right. What's Dani's play? What's going on here with Plug?
She did Produce Flame, and then she just told Plug to sick him and set him on Virla. The instruction would be like, get the mushrooms off.
his
However,
allergies.
Plug wants to interpret that.
Please have Plug make an athletics check.
Virla's
Virla,
getting-
make an acrobatics or athletics check.
Okay. Virla rolled a 19.
Plug
Nice.
also rolled a 19, but Plug
Oh my
has a -3 strength, so I think.
Oh wait. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait. What's Plug's dex?
Oh, +2?
What size is Plug?
He's small.
Small. Wally, can small grapple a medium creature?
No.
I think it can, right?
No.
Okay, so he's grappling to it, in which case it's acrobatics. So what's that he's using? What's Plug's total?
19 plus 2, so...
Damn it.
21.
21.
I only got
Plug
19.
jumps on you, and like Kyana walking on the giant plant and stuff, Plug just jump and gets on your back. Doesn't do any damage, but grabs on and is like on your head, shoulders, like clawing at you. So if you want to make any ranged attack rolls, you'd have disadvantage because there's technically an enemy in your space now.
Gee. Thank you, Dani.
So yeah, that'll end Dani's turn, which brings us back to Kyana.
I hate everything about this. Oh, what to do?
I think we're just gonna knock her out, man.
Okay.
I mean, as a monk,
I know! Stunning strike!
Oh, no, that's right. That's true.
It's true.
I don't need to
think-
bring her to 0, I just need to clock her.
Finbar, do you have a plan?
I do. Yes.
Okay, then I'm gonna...
If you want to share any of that with the group, talking's a free action in my games.
Oh yeah, that's. I'm
Two
just
households, both alike.
everything Dani's doing. Like I'm trying to like take the brunt of it, and I essentially I'm trying to get her to calm down. Like, Dani, you need to stop what you're doing right now. You can't keep doing this.
Is that the plan? I hope the plan is something other than that.
I could talk her down. Like, I could try to talk her down, but that hasn't been working. I have to wait till my turn to see if I got some magic in me.
Then I'm gonna... Oh, God.
Okay, we stopped. No one wanted to keep singing.
I'm gonna...
No, the moment's passed, Austin. It's gone. Okay, you missed your chance.
I
Don't
make the
drag it
rules.
on.
I decide when the moment's passed.
I'm gonna...
Kyana, what would you like to do?
I'd like to clock Dani with a stunning strike.
Amazing. Go ahead, roll the hit.
Alright, first attack. Oh my god! 27!
There we go.
That'll hit.
Thank you.
Go ahead, and I'm going to say, I'm not necessarily... I assume you're not trying to deal as much damage as possible, right? You're trying to get the stun to go off? Okay,
yeah,
so,
all I care about is making her fail that, the con save.
I'm going to go ahead and rule that you can choose to deal minimum damage, which is going to be 1 plus your wisdom or dex or strength.
Okay, so
Any
that
of
doesn't
those.
include the plus 5 to my standard attack. So min damage.
No, that is include. Yeah, that's exactly. So that plus 5 is from your wisdom. Mm-hmm. So I'm saying a 1 on the dice plus choose your modifier for strength, dex, or for wisdom.
Oh no, I can't even minimize. Okay, hold on.
Yep,
Those
your
are
strength is plus 4.
Those are all bad now.
Yep.
Dex, she'll only take 4
All
hit
right.
4 points, and I'm doing. Obviously, it's non-lethal.
Yes, you come in without your arm, without your astral fist, just your hand
Yeah, straight up.
to deal bludgeoning damage.
Yeah,
And
just
you
like
come in, deal. What did you say it was 4?
just
bludgeoning?
just 4 bludgeoning.
And
yeah.
Dani, please make a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh.
She's good at these.
I'm not good
No.
at... Well, I am good at these, but I rolled a 6, so that's 9 total.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. All right. That's
You come
definitely
in-
below it. Yeah.
Where are you trying to land this punch, Kyana?
Full on
Because that's
like
exactly where you hit it.
like anime style back of the neck. Like whoa.
You come in.
Technically, you would have been flanking, but that's.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Oh, yeah,
It's fine. I
roll
rolled a
crit,
19
roll
on
crit.
It's that, you know the gif
You
of
come- you
Lucario
duck.
coming in and just absolutely...
Yes. No.
It was actually
yeah.
really close to. I rolled the d20 just in case, and it was actually quite close to being a 20, but it was a 2 instead. So we're fine. Dani's not
Amazing.
dead.
You
I
duck
have
in underneath
24
the
hit points,
huge
okay.
arms of Finbar flaring the dissipating fire in the air, and just one to the back of the neck, throw a fist, and you see you think if your astral face is still up, you basically see stars form around her head.
True sight. Okay.
That brings us to Finbar, unless you would like to punch her again.
No!
Okay,
I've spent my
Finbar.
key points of stunning strike. We're good.
It's your turn.
And my bonus action will be to dodge again.
Okay, yeah, totally fine.
All right, y'all. If this doesn't work, we're gonna have to just tie her up and put her somewhere, because
No!
I don't know what else to do. So I'm gonna put both hands on her shoulders, grip her tightly, and I will cast Lesser Restoration.
Amazing.
Okay.
Please read to me the description for Lesser Restoration.
You touch a creature and can end either one disease or one condition afflicting it. The conditions can be blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned.
Conditions can be blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned.
Or it could be a disease. If it's a disease, he's fine.
As long as I'm still blue at the end of the day, it's all okay.
I wouldn't do that to the fans. I can't make my Dani not blue anymore.
It's not. It doesn't remove any curses,
Bro.
so it won't affect your blue. It won't affect your blue.
Oh,
So magic
that's
is considered a. Oh, I misunderstood.
Is it my curse or is it my blessing?
this is considered.
I believe this is considered an indefinite form of madness.
But is
is
madness
this
considered like a
indefinite? Oh, okay,
disease
then
or
I can't.
poison or?
So what I'd like you to do is
Can I
go
suppress
ahead,
it?
Make a wisdom check, Finn.
Okay. Okay, not great. Only an 11.
An 11. Roll a d6.
3.
Dani, it's like the whole world seems to clear, crystallize.
Oof.
And the fungus that you saw that was growing up over all of your friends' faces, that was not obeying the fire at all, it's not like it retracts or anything, it just shimmers and vanishes like it was never there. And it's the same as when you're dreaming and you're convinced you're awake, and then you wake up and realize it was all a dream, is sort of the experience you just had.
Oh, hey, I got it. You're good now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dani weakly
we're good
recovers
now.
from the stun.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Oh, my head is killing me.
Yeah,
off
you don't need to go lie down.
I'm like 50% sorry about that.
Look,
Everything
Chill.
all right out there?
Kill.
Yeah.
Chill.
I think-
Chill. CHILL. No.
Virla goes murder bot.
More like Plug goes Terminator.
With Virla, it'll be easier because we can just make the perception check for when his eyes go like tiny
Yeah,
and
go
red.
to red.
easy. Yeah.
Yeah, Noir, don't think I've forgotten that Virla's crazy too. I see
Yeah,
you
but
being
Being a
a
lot more
slick
subtle
back
about
there.
it.
I don't
It
know
hasn't
that.
manifested yet.
He
I don't
hasn't
know that.
started any PvP about it, and none of us have thought to check because somebody was setting us on fire instead.
We gotta space these out, Sophia. Not to say that Virla has it. If you would, you gotta space it out.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
You hear Riggs call out, "Is everything all right out there?"
Yeah, some of the fungus got to Dani, I think. I don't know what it is, but we should probably start getting back
Are
to
we
the
all
other
right,
side.
Danny? Are we all right?
I
I'm
feel
still in the
fine.
mind link.
I mean,
Okay.
Do you realize what you
headache,
did?
because
Danny?
I got
You
punched.
attacked us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
not sorry about that. You were setting everyone on fire.
It looked like you guys had the mushrooms on you, but I guess maybe you didn't.
No.
It's okay, Dani. It's gonna be all right.
Yeah.
Why
Okay,
are you talking
calm
to me
down.
like that?
Yeah.
Dude, you don't have the mushrooms on you anymore. I feel like we're all good, right?
We never had
We gonna
mushrooms
need
on us.
we gonna need you to sit down for a little bit, all right? Villa, can you get us out of here?
Can I
Yes.
go work on the engine? Because that's like we gotta overclock this, don't we?
I think maybe we take a hot minute before we let you near anything that potentially dangerous.
I
Just
mean,
a minute.
You know,
Just to check.
you're more than welcome to try. I will say, for the sake of us not as DM and players beating around the bush and trying to interpret each other,
Yeah.
if the intention is to overclock, first of all, to bend a magical item to the point where you're using a charge it doesn't. Essentially, the way this works is think of the plane shift as a magic item that has one charge that recharges every day. That's been used to force a magic item to go again. Unclear what the ramifications of that will be. Even with a success, probably something, probably there will be some drawback. Is it possible?
We do know driving the helm for too long causes exhaustion.
Yeah.
That's true. Is it possible? Well, you have an artificer from brass and a scribe's wizard, an expert on changing spells and forcing them to do things they're not supposed to do on your ship.
Yep.
If anyone could crack it,
2 brains.
it's those two.
1
Could
brain
we just
cell.
okay?
Brain cell.
I'm worried about
If
the
you would
potential.
like to do it, if you would like to try to do that, it would be a skill challenge. And if not, there is you will be sailing back to Sigil.
I guess my other question is, could we just make it so the ship goes faster for a limited time? So rather than trying to recharge the plane
Yeah,
shift
that's what I was
and
actually
potentially
talking
break
about
it.
when I said overclock. I meant, like, can I make
Just
the
like-
ship
if
go
that's-
faster?
If that's the case,
Yeah, just make it in a few hours rather than like 8.
make it a few hours. Also possible would be another skill challenge with a lower. You would need fewer successes, but of course it would not get you there immediately. So basically what we're looking at here is 3 degrees of success. Get there immediately, get there in much less time, get there in the amount of time it's going to normally take.
How much do y'all want to push your luck?
I will say,
We got Riggs back.
Yeah.
Dani's a little wonky right now.
I'm fine.
You two are the 2 smartest people I know. If we can get this thing to plane shift again, I said let's go for it.
Yeah, I mean, getting there immediately would be better. Although, are we?
But again, it could, higher possibility of failing. This is a no correct answer that the 4 players I'm talking to need to decide what they want to do, which gamble they would like to take.
I trust Finbar's medicinal properties. If Dani says that she is okay, and if Finbar worked his magic as he does, then we should be okay to try it.
I'd lean towards option 2, make the ship faster without trying to immediately force a plane shift, because that gives us a little more time to recover and recharge before we have to fight whatever nonsense is out there.
That's true. I'm not at maximum magical efficiency, so I'm better. I can do the mechanical part of the ship stuff, but if there's going to be any part of this recharging process that requires a more magical touch, I might be a bit strapped for spell slots, so to speak. So I probably would lean towards option 2. Should
we ask Riggs?
The ship go faster? I can make the ship go faster.
Yeah, okay. Should we ask Riggs how bad we think this could get if we show up an hour or so late? I don't know.
Riggs, half slumped, Wesley from after he's been brought back to life in Princess Bride style, like rolls her head to look at each group of you and says, "Y'all the ones that saved me. I'm in your hands. Whatever you think is best. You're the ones I put my trust in on this one."
Okay.
You're not going to get an easy answer from the NPC.
Thanks.
I
All right,
think
you know what?
regardless-
It's not my circus, not my monkeys. While the smart people are going to handle this, I'm going to get Riggs a blanket or something.
I think regardless, taking an hour to rest, regardless of the option we choose, is beneficial. Because an hour and then plane shifting is better than just plane shifting. We do lose an hour if we decide to overclock it, but we will all still be, at least in a better shape to face whatever encounter befalls us when we arrive in Sigil.
Yeah.
Even if we're not forcing the plane shift, if we overclock it, I know we didn't quite finish all the repairs on the ship. Is the ship gonna be all right?
I would never do anything to hurt this ship outside of the requirements of intense physical combat, so yeah, I think we can probably make this work. I would ask that we stop at Brass at some point in the near future after the whole immediate crisis ends.
Yeah.
But you probably get away with it. I will do to the ship what you guys want done to the ship. Personally.
Oh man, if only we had someone to make these kinds of decisions, like a captain of some kind. Okay.
This is
Alright.
when 4 players are unsure what kind of decision they make. This is the time that a captain is very useful.
Docent, can you calculate the statistical difference of the 2 options we have laid in front of us? Overclocking versus plane shifting.
Yeah, DM.
man.
What do you think we should do?
Roll an intelligence check for Docent. I think. Oh, does Docent have an intelligence?
He does. It is of intelligence of 16.
Okay, so go ahead and roll a d20 and add 3.
Finbar, how strong is your, guild guy?
Oh no. What is it?
Guild?
I rolled a 3.
No.
So plus 3, that's a 6. Dang it, dice, come on.
Insufficient data to run the odds.
Of course.
Yeah, you're head chefy dude. Is he strong? Do you think he can hold his own for a minute?
There are rumors that he's a lot stronger than he seems. What I do know is that the guild's been around before me, and the guild's gonna be around long after we're gone. It's really hard to know how tough this threat is, and I don't want y'all getting hurt trying to save my guild. So, I'm in a little bit of a pickle where I don't want to ask any more of y'all than y'all can actually give.
It is unfair for you to ask that of us when we all know that you would lay down your life for any one of ours.
I did just set you on fire. I feel like I owe you one at this point.
Kyana?
I mean, I'll go wherever we need to go. You're my family, so as I understand, that's how that works.
Alright. I say, let's take the hour. Then, let's go for the plane shift.
Okay,
Agreed.
let's give it a
All
shot.
Everyone, please take your short rest.
Thank you.
Get a skill challenge.
Roll some hit dice.
I would say it is possible to fly the ship while attempting to overclock it to do the plane shift, if that's what you choose to do. Of course, whoever is flying the ship will be incapable of participating in the skill challenge. But
I'll fly the ship then, because I can't do anything for this anyway.
I was
you
going
are
to
the
say
you are fastest.
Yes.
Besides
Yeah.
Virla. So if it all else fails, the amount of time you've spent working on the plane shift will not count against how long it takes you to get there. Such as you have 7 hours to get there. It'll take you 7 hours to get to Sigil, sailing back through the portal and then across the Astral Sea. You will not lose any of those 7 hours as long as Kyana remains in the helm and does not participate in the skill challenge.
Gotcha.
Can do.
Okay?
Oh, thank goodness. That's so much less pressure.
Everyone goes down to take their short rest for an hour among this desiccated forest. No sound but the light wind that blows through the dry, dead leaves.
Right. I mean, knowing that time is of the essence, but we gotta balance this out. And also keenly aware of how I cannot do anything to help with this specific challenge of trying to hack the spelljammer to go past its limits and go beyond, as it were. And rather than bedding down for a short rest, I'm going to head for the helm. And instead of, short rest would normally allow me to sort of meditate and recharge my ki, but instead I'm going to, for the first time, use the dragonhide belt that Enoch gave me. And as an action, I'm going to roll my martial arts die and regain that many ki points. And it's a 6, so we're good. Yeah.
Is everyone where are you guys taking your short rest? I assume Kyana's going into the helm to do this.
I'm fully in the helm.
So,
I'm starting to steer us
where's everyone
back
taking
up
their
to the
short
other
rest?
edge of
I'm gonna
Trypophobia.
stare
just
directly
gonna go.
into the engine for an hour.
Dani steers in the engine. Virla, where are you taking your short rest?
I'm gonna go to my room.
Your room. And Finn?
I'm in the kitchen. On a short rest, I can actually provide some additional healing.
Can we set Riggs up in a hammock or something? I feel bad. Just
Yeah, totally. You want to lay her down in your hammock as long as you're going to be flying.
Yeah, absolutely.
You lay her down, walk into the bubble, place your hands upon the dragon belt, and invoke. You feel a rush of energy into you, and what you don't see because you can't look at yourself, but is your astral form briefly flare up, but briefly kind of gain the form of a dragon as the arms instead spread to wings very briefly and then retract right back as you
Thank
What?
you.
Suvi, I didn't know you could do that, and I still don't.
and you still don't. All right, Finn, if people are getting extra healing, dole it out.
Yes. Extra 1d8. That is 4 extra healing during this short rest, if you need it.
All right. Both Virla and Dani can take an extra 4 points of healing if
Nice.
you'd like to.
I'm back
I
at
will also
max.
do that.
The only thing
Yeah,
Dani
Matt.
regains during short rests is hit points.
Yay!
I got a couple
Virla's
spells
gonna get
back.
a spell back at least.
Okay. So wait. So the way this works, this is part of the chef feat. I would have prepared some sort of food that comes with the the hit points. And this time I'm going to make it more of a tea.
Ooh.
Sort of to
calming.
help us focus, because I know we're about to supercharge the ship and go for another plane shift. So I need their minds at their sharpest. So I prepare some refreshing 3 ashes tea.
This is caffeinated.
Yes, it's cold, bitter, heavily caffeinated though.
Nice.
But it aids in meditation and focus.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Like
I'll
caffeine
take
does.
Yeah.
Austin, would I
Alright.
be able to just kind of like add the stuff that I've seen in like the cave to my little conspiracy board about Zuktmoy?
no.
and
Yeah,
short rest?
yeah. Short
Okay.
rest is light activity. You don't actually have to
Okay.
be asleep. So
Yeah.
you stare at your board. Finbar prepares tea, passes it around. Kyana, you take the ship up and down through the sky. You sail back to the river, to the portal you know that lies there.
Yep.
Knowing that this plan, if this doesn't work, is if their plan doesn't work, that you giving it all you have is all you guys have got to get back to Sigil in time.
Yep.
You sail down. Over the course of 1 hour, 1 hour passes, and I mark that. You find your way back to the water. Your ship, you plunge the bow down and stab through into the colored ring, the colored pool that you see in the water, and emerge onto the Astral Sea. Finn, you feel the whole ship shudder as the ship emerges back onto the Astral Sea, a very familiar feeling. It's about this time that you get a sending from Elise.
Oh.
Oh.
You hear Elise's voice as you are wiping your hands after doling out the tea. She says to you, "Hey, I don't know where you are, but I think everything's fine. Riggs just showed up here, so crisis averted. No big heroics needed today."
I will immediately respond. That's weird. Leaving Bitopia now with Riggs on our way back. Don't interact with that Riggs.
Make a persuasion check.
No risk.
Oh my god.
Haha.
Okay, not the worst. It's a 14.
Advantage because of your shared history, perhaps?
Ooh, careful, you might have to subtract for messy breakup. Don't give...
Oh man, Wally didn't deny that. He didn't deny that.
One more for the conspiracy board. Oh, we're
Virla's
having
on
fun.
it.
I'm glad
Austin knows how the Austin knows how the relationship ended. So
Oh.
Ooh, there's tea?
Yeah, Finbar just gave it out.
Yeah.
Hold on, give me 1 sec.
Oh no.
It's okay, it's okay. He's just counting 25 words in his message. It's fine.
That's the hardest part of
The
sending.
last episode, Elise told you she only had 3 sendings. That was 3.
Fuck.
You get no response, Finn.
Oh,
You got
Shit.
2 last time. She responded to Virla's.
Yikes. We're in danger.
Cool. You sent that off, Finn.
Technically,
We're playing
we're in
shifting.
less danger than
We're-
anybody else.
Unless
We're
we
pouncing.
have the
One
fake rigs.
Ends.
I don't think we have the fake rigs. I don't think the fake rigs would have a tuning fork.
Or would they?
Unless the
Dani?
tuning fork is fake.
Dani, Virla, Finbar. The skill challenge begins as we enter hour 2 of the 7-hour trip back to Sigil.
And I'll just lean back
Who
with
would
my
like to
tea.
begin?
Oh yeah.
Red has never looked so comfortable in a game.
Finally, the only expectation on me is to do one thing with clear parameters.
All right.
all right.
All right, so the first things first is we have to diagnose so that we know how to overclock, right?
Before y'all start greasing your wheels. I'm gonna do a little something. I need y'all at your sharpest. The T was one thing, but we need just a little extra. And I'm going to expend my last 2nd level spell slot to cast Enhance Ability.
Ooh.
Please read Enhance Ability, and which gift are you choosing?
So you touch a creature and bestow upon it a magical enhancement. I get to pick one of the following benefits, and I will be picking Fox's Cunning to give advantage on intelligence checks.
Hell yeah.
Hey.
I know Virla already has Docent to help him out. I'm going to give it to Dani. I need you on your A game, and I will touch her forehead lightly as I cast Enhance Ability.
I feel somehow smarter than usual.
Just a quick check. Dani hasn't had any hallucinations since the Lesser Restoration, right? Come on, man.
She hasn't revealed anything. You note your passive insight has not picked up on any weird behavior since the Lesser Restoration.
Great.
Finbar, how does this manifest? Like, when you touch it, does, do we get a That's So Raven into the eye? Do we get, like, a...
It's a Jimmy Neutron brain blast.
What's the visual component?
It's more of, like the small symbol of an oak sort of appears on her forehead and then fizzles out as, like, she feels a moment of clarity. And the gears in her head, which are typically, I guess, spinning rather erratically, all of a sudden sharpen into the rhythm of Mechanus.
All right.
I know how to turn
Dani,
up the thermostat now.
You've got an hour of advantage on the intelligence checks, so we're going to see how long it takes you to do all these things. What would you like to do?
I want to make sure that I know exactly what we're working with. So, do I can I make, like, an Arcana check to understand... or investigation, how the ship connects to the tuning fork to make that effect work.
Got it. Arcana. Please roll at advantage.
All right. Nice. 16 plus 7 is 23.
23. You go through and you pull apart. Kyana's sitting at the chair, and you go and move her feet and pull open the thing, like the panel under the chair, so you can get in there and go in. Kyana, you're gonna have to keep your feet up for this part.
Okay. I'll plug walk up to use as a I'll plug like stand over me as like a footrest kind of situation. Using.
Honestly, I've been in much more uncomfortable situations.
You pull like on your back. Grab the chair, slide in, and begin looking. Yeah. So basically, this is your Arcana check. First of all, that's your first success.
Nice.
Yeah.
Second of all, this is a magic item, and I've sort of alluded to this out of game, but this is your in-game justification. You are looking to force a recharge on a magic item, essentially. With a 23, you definitely know that some magic items, this one is supposed to recharge every 24 hours. You're looking at the blend of magic and engineering here, right? So there's some hard rules and there's some soft rules. Soft rules are, what causes this thing to know? It's because, there's no timing device, right? There's no hourglass that turns over. So it's working on a day, roughly. You're not sure if you ever, timed it, but you start thinking, okay, other things a lot of them recharge at dawn, some of them recharge at dusk.
We're usually on the Astral Sea.
There's daily cycles. You also know that there are a lot of spells require material components, for example, and the expenditure of a material component. Sometimes the material component is not consumed. For example, the tuning fork. Consuming material components powers spells occasionally.
There's no, do I see any, residue that might indicate the consumption of some sort of material component or any connection to, the motive force generator or any other part of the ship that, indicates it's maybe drawing power from there?
Yes, I would say that, yeah. So it's the whole ship is connected. There are, all the systems sort of feed off of each other. The spell, the helm converts spell energy, or in this case, ki, down to the motive force generator, which generates motive force, which moves the ship and keeps the ship from being blasted apart. It also powers the life support and ultimately powers the, helps on the recharge of the tuning fork. So if there was some way to, it is all connected. Yes.
So my thought is maybe I could force like a surge of power from somewhere else in the ship, like the motive force generator, to the tuning fork specifically to trick it into thinking that it has regained enough energy over time to regain that slot. That's what Dani's thinking. I don't know what Virla's up to at this time.
It could work. How are you going to do that? That's the question. But that plan could work. All right. That's first success. Who has anything else they would like to do?
I was thinking, kind of.
It can be simple or broad.
I was thinking kind of similar to what Virla knows from studying sorcerers, just and then also just the nature of the motive force generator. That if magic is not vented properly, or if a large amount of magic were to be stored up with no release, the effects could potentially be disastrous. I'm going to assume that Dani, in her current, redesigns, has not really thought of venting or proper outgassing.
Hey, I take good care of this ship. Don't generalize.
Anyway, yeah, my thinking was probably to sort of analyze the point of highest arcane pressure, if that makes sense, in the ship, and either begin the work on or instruct Dani to sort of add like rerouted piping there, or a full-on vent or release valve or something like that.
Okay, preventing the ship from blowing up. Awesome. That does sound to me like a tools check. So if you want Dani to do that, that's going to be one of her tools checks.
Okay.
Which, I mean, this is during the hour when she's got advantage on that stuff, so...
Can I make more than one tools check in the skills challenge? I just want to make sure I don't...
If you can come up with a reasoning for different tools.
Gotcha.
I might have misinterpreted. I thought it was less that about not making the ship blow up, but more like, hey, if there's excess power in this specific part, can we route that into this rather than just
I misunderstood.
letting it...
Well, sorry. Then in that case, I misunderstood. But either way, it's still definitely a tools check of redirecting power.
My thinking was more of like the check.
Although you are proficient with ships.
My thinking was more for Virla to the check would be Virla trying to accurately find that spot. So it would be more investigation or arcana.
Investigate. That's absolutely investigation.
Okay.
Docent will scan almost like when you put a bike tube that has a hole in it in a tub to look for the exhaust, the leak. You never do that?
Oh.
Anyway,
okay.
He's going to be basically your tub of water as he's scanning, and you're looking for the fissure where this might blow. So go ahead and roll that.
Yeah, I rolled a 10 plus 7. Yeah,
at
17.
advantage.
Yeah, that's with advantage.
Oh.
17.
Okay.
Ooh, can I guide him?
Go ahead and roll guidance.
I
Add a
have
D4.
detect magic once free per day. So I guess that's how. I mean, no, that would have been if I used the help action. Never mind. So guidance is just a spell.
Guidance, add a D4.
Yeah.
Well, guidance. No, you're concentrating on.
Ooh, you're right.
You're concentrating.
Cannot.
So
no.
It's okay though. A 7. This is not fixing. This is just finding. So a 17 is a success.
Okay.
Your specific wording does save you on this one. That's 2 successes. Tools check from Dani or from yourself could potentially fix that.
Yeah.
Who would like to provide the next check?
So Dani already did a tools check?
Nope, Dani has not. So if Dani wants to do the tools check, or she can save it. But remember, each character can only perform the same kind of check once. So this is her tools check, that's her tools check.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that if I was going to do that, I wouldn't need to do the tools check to then route. If we're essentially making an exhaust pipe, I don't know if I want to use my tools check for that. If I could then use my tools check potentially to route that power to the tuning fork device. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to use it on a safety precaution if I might need it to actually make the thing happen.
Well, remember, this is also, we're crunching down narrative into gameplay here. So theoretically, Dani would also do that second thing, but we would, the mechanics of, if you succeeded on the whole skill challenge, Dani will successfully route the power like you're suggesting you're going to, but the roll for the success here would be based on the repair that you just talked about.
Right. So I feel like there's a little cross misunderstanding here because, Dani, I feel like it's not, hey, we're fixing a thing. This is, we're going to route where this excess power is building up and use that excess power that's already just there and route that into the tuning fork device to supercharge it quickly. So it would be the same check to pull energy from that point of buildup and then route it there rather than we're fixing the place where the magic is building up and it might explode or something, because who cares? Whatever. We got other stuff to worry about. Magic explosion is the least of our worries.
Fair enough.
Again, I'm not participating. That's just what I think is happening.
Yeah, I would say,
Kyana's feet is up,
Sophia, don't
like,
get too caught up on the, well, I don't want to make this tools check, I gotta make another tools check. This would be the tools check for the skill challenge. So if this is how you want, if you want to use tools check now, go for it. If it would just, the problem would be if you have an idea later you want to use it on instead, that's the only
Gotcha. Well, if this is what people are directing me to do and it's not going to blow it for me later, it doesn't matter to me when I make the tools check, so I'll make it for this.
All right. Is this more of a tinker's or more of a smith's? I feel like fine stuff is smith's, is tinker's, big stuff is smith's, is kind of how I'm feeling. So, is this a fine job?
Could there be two separate tools check? One that's finer and one that's more coarse?
Go ahead and roll me tinker's check on this one.
Okay.
At advantage, this is an intelligence check.
And that's my proficiency bonus doubled.
Proficiency plus double, proficiency doubled plus your intelligence plus an advantage roll.
Okay, that is 22.
22? Yeah, that's definitely a success.
Okay. Yeah.
You go into 3 successes. The beginnings of a plan begin to take shape. Dani, you have an idea of what you're going to do. Fearlet, you have assisted her in getting that done as you find the right space where there's the overdraw and begin redirecting it using her Tinker's tools to adjust the finery on the motive force energy sort of network that weaves through this entire ship like the weave weaves through reality. Is there another check that someone would like to make?
So, what exactly are y'all doing down there?
Can I make a persuasion check to make Finbar not worry about it?
You certainly could. I don't know how that would contribute to the skill challenge. And keep in mind, you have a lot of successes to accumulate, so no idea is too crazy. It's my job to redirect it into an idea that works, if you have a thought.
Can you clarify
a +4 to persuasion.
Oh my god. I'm just wondering if someone can burn a spell slot, just pumping juice into it, but...
We're pumping
using
juice into it?
in the past has succeeded.
I'm going to rip off my star map.
Oh.
Okay.
It'd be like, we talked about using this to make the navigation a little better. It's got some magic in it, don't it? Is there a way to, I don't know, put 2 and 2 together? And I put it on the dashboard.
Can I make an investigation check to see if there is a way we can use the star map to work with this?
Have you done investigation? You did Arcana,
I did Arcana,
right?
Yeah.
Is there investigate? I would say, this is sort of the... This is curious. This is sort of the blending of druid stuff and arcane stuff. I almost want to use the weird technicality that nature is an intelligence check.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to have you roll a nature check on this one to see if there's a way to incorporate the natural magic.
What's Dani's nature?
+4.
Okay, same here.
Okay,
you got the advantage. You go for it.
Dirty 20.
Ooh.
Okay.
20 was the DC on that one.
Yay.
That one was definitely hard. Okay, you look at... so, Finbar, what does your star map do?
So the star map gives me access to the guidance cantrip, and it also lets me cast a guiding bolt a number of times for free per day. So it's more than just a spell slot. It gives me 2 spells and 3 uses of a first level spell. I'm gonna use it to juice up the help.
You're gonna need to make a new one. So for until this is after this is all done, or I should say until this is all done and you can get a new one, I would say like sort of like a short rest situation, create a new one. I think there might be rules for creating a star map.
If you lose the map, 1 hour ceremony. Yep.
Oh.
There you go. So until you can perform your 1 hour ceremony, you're gonna lose access to the guidance cantrip and you're gonna lose those guiding bolts. But how many guiding bolts are left, by the way? Do you remember how many you've used? Have you used any today?
There was one used on the big fungus guy.
Yes. So I have 2.
You have 2. Okay. Go ahead. Now you have to incorporate. You know how to. No, the nature check is. The nature check was to interpret how to use it. Now you have to. I mean, I'd say. Sorry, I'm getting my own skill challenge rules crossed a little bit. Yeah, I'd say that you guys like understand that incorporating this is definitely going to help, and I'll say that the inclusion of 2 guiding bolts left on there, I'm going to say that is 2 DC points for each charge, so that's 4. At some point, you guys, during the rest of the skill challenge, you guys can choose to reduce. I would say I just choose to add 4 to your roll. You can choose to add 4 to your roll, essentially, for the amount of guiding bolts that you have left. So you're at 4 successes, and the star map is going to sort of be a natural conduit and power source for what's going forward.
Okay. So
that's very inspired, Finbar.
Haven't I? So
Inspiration?
the Spitfire.
Not that inspired.
Oh, okay.
The Spitfire, which I haven't modified it yet, but Dani has thought up the plans of how to modify it to essentially create like magical impulses, which is sort of what we're trying to do here. Can I use investigation to look around the motive force generator and comparing it to the Spitfire, be like, okay, how can I do this on a larger scale?
You want to turn my ship
into
a Spitfire?
So it's the modifier you want to add is repeating shot, right?
Divert all power from shields to phasers.
Yeah. Is there a different artificer? Is there a different artificer infusion that might make more? Because I don't understand how a repeating shot would power the
because the repeating shot essentially makes it produce its own charge, its own ammunition. So what I'm trying to think is like, what have I made in this weapon that
honestly,
using that element of that particular infusion, like how can I make that infusion's creation happen on a larger scale? Because the motive force generator is like an engine. It essentially works like it's not like exponential necessarily, and what we need is like a sudden burst of energy, like an overload that is not going to destroy the generator.
Like you know where you're going, like almost like a pilot light on the whole system. There's a pipe that fires magical energy to kind of keep the whole thing kick-started, and when you start the ship, this is the thing that kick-starts the engine, right? You need that thing to go from
0 to 100 real quick.
Right, what you have is the equivalent of turning on gas on a stove and having a lighter and holding it on click. What you need is the lighter built in the stove that goes click, 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 click. So you're going to infuse this infusion into that pipe. That's dope. I need you, and by the way, this is going to be your final intelligence roll at advantage as the hour comes to a close. I've been rolling to see how long it takes you guys to finish each of these. Succeeding on each of them has helped. Anyway,
so this is the one that gets the +4.
You can choose to add 4 to, I'm going to say you can choose to add 4 to any of these going forward. So almost like an inspiration, any of the rest of the skill challenges, if you roll and you're like, oh, is a 17 enough? 21.
Yeah.
You can choose to add 4. Oh my god, what check is this going to be? Because you've used Tinker's tools, so it's not a tool.
It's sick as hell, so it just...
It is sick as hell.
It just goes good.
Yep.
I'm going to say... Oh, man, you're it's almost like your spell. Yeah, I guess it might just be a flat intelligence check because it's not Arcana, it's not History.
Maybe use her spell modifier.
It's definitely a spell modifier. It's definitely plus intelligence, so you're rolling. But I'm going to say it's flat intelligence on this one.
Oh boy.
So you're adding whatever your intelligence bonus is.
Okay. Okay, so I rolled a 16. +4 would bring me to a dirty 20. I'm going to use my Flash of Genius, my last one, until we take a long rest, to add... I actually want to double check to see what it's up to, because we leveled up recently. So I add 4 to it, because it's my intelligence. So...
You had 4? 24 is enough.
Holy crap.
23 would have been enough too, but 24 is enough.
Way to make it...
Holy crap, guys. An hour passes, hour 2. By the way, you've yet to accumulate a failure. the enhanceability drops.
I'm not feeling as smart anymore.
Home stretch. You guys have done a lot. There's still a bit more to go.
Yeah.
Where Dani might find her comfortability in just sort of tinkering and trying to find out in the moment, Virla would like to try and draw on arcane theory, mechanical theory. Surely people have tried to modify spelljammers in the past, and surely Virla has read up on it somewhere in his memory banks. Either modifying spelljammers or, the, as you say, the bending of magical tools and weapons to past its limit.
Okay.
I want to roll a history check, DM.
You want a history check. Go ahead and roll a history check for me.
Okay.
Oh no.
Okay, so 11 plus 7 makes 18. Do we want to add the plus 4?
Do it.
Austin made a surprise face. I'm trying to read his mind right now. I don't know.
I'm surprised because you made a face that looked like a natural 1.
I thought it was
11.
bad.
No.
So
no.
why that was the surprised face.
I will be fully real.
Mediocre.
I forgot that I had the plus 7 to the history, so I thought it was just a straight 11.
Okay. Yeah, you're really good at this. So,
But do I want to add the plus 4? Because all of Austin's DCs have been ridiculously high so far.
well, if it was easy, it wouldn't be called a skill challenge.
Do it.
Plus
It would be
7!
called a skill
Plus
walk in the
7
park.
to Arcana, or to History.
Do it. No, go for it. Yeah. Get us over
better
20.
safe than sorry. I'll add the
The
plus
guidance
4.
of the stars.
22.
22. 22 is enough. You begin thinking back to people, how discussions of working on the spelljammer more than a year ago now, when Dani was fixing it the first time, come back to you, and talks of upgrades that might be added. One of those that did happen was the navigation system. Improvement to the plane shift was decided to be too costly, and as you were researching what it could be, the improvement to the plane shift was costly and too difficult, essentially, to be worth what Otto wanted it for, which was you guys to sail crates back and forth, right? It just didn't make sense to do that. But remember, it was costly, and you think back to the legend lore that was cast on Kyana and how that consumed spell components. And you think about common consumed spell components you have that might be on the ship that are consumed by lots of different perhaps that
hundreds
the reason
of
it was
gold
expensive
worth of
was because you were
diamonds.
going to have to burn stuff to get this to become a permanent thing. But maybe if you burned a little bit now, that could help.
I
You
do
guys,
have like
a common spell component with a what would you say the total was?
22.
22. I'll say it on a 22. On less than a 20, it was not going to tell you exactly what I was thinking of, but on a 22, you guys, how many diamonds do you have?
I have
know.
1,155 gold pieces worth of diamonds still on me.
Yeah, I don't think
Because I have
spent
real
anything, so I
gold
still
now. I've
have-
just been using that.
I have the just still the 1,000 diamond worth of gold.
I think maybe
Right,
I
or
haven't
1,000
been
gold.
marking
More
down
in
my
gold.
money correctly, which is on me, but still.
I didn't take any of the diamond pieces, so
Yeah.
If y'all got diamonds,
burn
that's
now.
a spell that people use diamonds to fuel resurrection and other kinds of spells, greater restorations.
Should we keep any of these on person just in case we need
Would I
some?
know? Would that 22? Would Virla know that if the 1,000 gold worth of diamonds that he has on is enough, or would he need to tap Kyana's shoulder?
It would make a difference.
Okay,
You think every little bit would make a difference, but the 22, you don't know how much.
gotcha.
There's a gamble. How much do you want to spend? You just
Yeah, I'll go and I'll toss this just the bag of diamonds. I don't even think I touched it, so it's still like sealed, like from when Hira gave it to us. I'll toss it to Dani and I'll say spell components for the generator. We might need it. Kyana, we might need your diamonds.
Okay.
Since it sounds like we're sort of starting to get the plan, everything's in place, if we need another check, I'd like to make an investigation check to just look at everything we've rigged up and just, is there any obvious flaws in terms of, like, the mechanics?
Okay. How many diamonds are you going to commit to using?
Anything people give me is getting used.
So 1,000 at least.
I have no sense of
1,000.
scale for how much of this I should give you guys. Should we keep any in reserve in case anyone dies? I don't know.
We really should.
Keep 1,000.
Okay, then I can drop in
least.
another 155 just to make it an even round 1,000 gold worth of diamonds.
Wait,
Okay.
so 1,155?
Yeah,
Or no,
if
so
that's...
you're adding 1,000 to
No,
my 1,000.
No, she's adding 155. She
Yeah.
had 1,100. She's
Yeah.
giving herself 1,000 left.
Just
and
in
she's
case
giving
we
you
need
basically 1,100.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Hold on, wait. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I think I have less than that. I have less than 1,000. I have 640 gold worth of diamonds left. I can throw
Okay,
in
got it.
like 140 of that and give us an even 500, which is still good to have. So, sorry, I think like, in the inventory, it's listed, it's named one thing and then the description is another, and I've been updating the description with how much I actually have left, but not the name, so that's on me, I'm sorry.
But just to clarify, Virla is contributing 1,000.
Yes, and I'm
Yep,
contributing
okay.
140.
Okay, so 1,140.
1,140. On top of the success of understanding that this will work, for 1 DC point for every 100 gold worth of diamonds that you contributed.
Hell
on
yeah.
one of these rolls, you can choose to add 11 to it.
Oh my god!
Can we split that up, or is it just 11?
Nope. This is the jolt. This is the jolt to like you're gonna pour them all in at once. When something's not working, you're gonna be like
sure.
burn this
Yeah.
to make it work. Danny,
A
you're
little
checking
bit
to see if all
overkill,
the
but okay.
if all the T's are crossed and all the I's
Yeah.
dotted. If the math works out, roll your investigation check.
Okay. It is a 14 plus 7, so 21.
32. No,
Or 36 if we really want to. Oh wait, you already used that. Never mind.
I already did the 4.
Yeah, sorry, never mind.
I'm actually considering because I'm
Oh
trying to
shit.
gauge how difficult of a
Add the 11, add the
DC.
Should I add the 4? Because we had 2 plus 4s, right?
No,
No, I used the 4.
Yeah.
I
used
thought
the
we had
4
two
to
of
roll
those.
22.
No,
What?
they
No,
they-
it was
I rolled
two.
an
It was
18.
2 points for every charge, so there was just a
gotcha,
total
gotcha,
plus
gotcha.
two
one.
times 2. Yeah.
I mean, I do have inspiration
For-
if I need it.
Yeah, inspiration plus the 11 should
may
get
as
us.
plus
Well,
the 11. I
don't
guess-
use your inspiration and the DM metagaming. Don't use inspiration and 11. Don't
I-
use a D8 and a plus 11 at the same
I
time.
don't think
I'll
this
roll
is the
21.
last skill check yet.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So this is not the last skill check. This is her like final systems check. You guys are gonna need to succeed in some more stuff. But
Okay.
yeah, Danny,
killed
I'm
this
gonna say if you want to roll an inspiration on this, you might want to use it.
All right, we got to be a lot funnier for the second half so we get more
You're
inspiration.
looking for a 3 or higher.
DM said roll for inspiration. I rolled a 3!
The DC was
24?
24. Yep,
Okay.
that's a success. You sick fucks. You've yet to fail once. Not even one natural one.
Nope, not happening.
Failure
You guys
is
are
not an
approaching.
option.
You guys are approaching the end of the skill challenge.
Oh.
Is there anything else you guys would like to bring to bear?
There's a fight at the end of this, then I have to hold what
No.
the,
You know
the
how
rest of my
like
resources.
gardeners talk to plants, get them to grow more? Could I roll a persuasion check to like talk to the ship? You know, be like, "Come on, I just need you
Yeah.
to carry this through for me."
She does that anyway. Yeah, that's actually
Yep.
like
I'd
You
like
know,
you to roll
I can
that,
talk to plants, so
and it's gonna be a DC of 26.
Yeah, plus 4.
all right, so 15 or higher, or 50. If yeah,
Well,
yeah.
oh right, because we have the plus 11.
Because you have the plus 11.
yeah.
Oh no. What is it?
Natural 20, which does bring it to
Hey!
24, which means it's impossible for me to get to 26.
plus 11.
Do we really want to
Unless
use
a nat 20
Maybe I
always
should have thought this
succeeds,
through
DM?
before rolling it.
On a success of a natural 20, a natural 20 succeeds.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna allow. I'm
Thank you,
gonna
DM.
allow a natural 20 to succeed.
Okay.
Thanks, boss.
And I'm going to give you one more gift, which is I'm going to tell you that this is a 9 success skill challenge, and you've currently accumulated 8 successes.
Ho, ho,
Okay.
ho, ho.
Okay. Uno
That's
mas.
going to be the other gift for the natural
Uno
20.
mas.
Okay, jeez.
We get to add
As you guys race
tasty
along,
11.
awake, spreading behind the spelljammer as Kyana.
Kiana. That's right.
Pilots
I
it.
am Kira.
No, I am
Look at me.
Kira.
Hey, knock that off.
As you do that, Danny, as you sit down and hands
Come
on
on, buddy. We've done
everything
dumber
that's
than
going
this.
on here and just start talking to it. I can't believe a natural 20 on a persuasion check for a ship.
Me and this Per
there one
Aspera have a
final skill
special
check
bond,
that-
okay?
There's magic
Austin,
in this
hear me out.
world,
Virla,
Austin.
Virla, you place the correct plane shift fork into
Yeah.
the helm.
Hear me out. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Please.
you know that
Tell me.
scene in Speed Racer at the very
No.
end,
Yes.
like the
Yes.
apotheosis
Yes.
of everything that's
Speed Racer.
happened in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I know
like-
exactly what scene you're talking about.
Just the
course you do.
world just
Of course
opens up to Speed's eyes, and he just starts like fucking dashing through everything, and as
he hears the heart of the car.
almost as through premonition.
Yeah.
Is it possible for Virla to peer through the Astral Sea and see the aspects of the weave that can help plane shift
Have you
where
done-
they need to go?
Have you
This
done
is
an
my-
Arcana check yet?
This is my explanation. This is my justification for an Arcana check.
I think this is the first one so far.
I
This
haven't- yeah, I haven't
justification
done
for an Arcana check. I would like you to make it, instead of with intelligence, with wisdom.
Oh, bro, that's cruel.
All right.
But you can add your
so
proficiency bonus.
proficiency plus 2, so that's plus 5.
You have it plus
Okay.
11 if you need it.
Will you be nice and tell me what the DC is?
Peering through the weave. A thing that's insane.
Yeah.
I'm gonna clock this even higher. I'm gonna
Yeah.
clock this higher than talking to a ship.
Okay. This is a 30.
DC
This
is
is easily
DC of 28.
20.
Okay.
Okay.
See, yeah,
Can
30
we
is the highest
justify
you can
this
go in the
as
books.
Virla's madness of seeing things where they are not, kind of circling its
That's
way
pretty
back
cool.
around
Ooh,
to seeing?
okay.
That is very
The
cool.
DM gave us madness
Okay.
as a curse, but instead it has become our boon.
Well, I'm glad
Yeah.
someone's having fun with it.
All right. I'm too anxious to know what the math is, so I'm just gonna roll.
Oh boy. What is it?
16, 21, plus 11, 32.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Virla, the plane ship, the tuning fork twists and sinks into the helm. Kyana, you feel the entire ship under your hands begin to shake. Dani, you watch as pipes down below, as you know, basically as you punch it, you watch as pipes down below, almost like a cartoon, you know, where they're not being held, like burst out and like magical like steam starts going out. Go ahead and roll me a D100 real quick.
Wild magic, wild magic.
She grows horns and a tail. She becomes a tiefling.
She's
We're-
extra
you know,
blue.
we're all in this like helm right now.
Yeah,
As
but
we're
this is
about to
happening
just-
on
You
here.
guys are in the helm. I'm down in the engine room, I assume.
She's
Yeah,
talking to an
so
engine.
She's
I'm
the only
talking
one in
to an
trouble.
engine. If Dani became blue last time, just imagine what could happen.
Watch it remove curse.
Wow.
And dance.
I feel like that's the
pretty
only
funny.
appropriate way for her to not be blue anymore. The engine
Yeah.
giveth and it taketh away.
80. Wait. Yeah, 83. I used my new dice. Please don't curse me forever.
Young and untrained.
Oh,
What is it? What is it, you monster?
He's laughing.
What are you about to unleash on us?
Could I get Virla, Kyana, and Finbar to please roll 1d10 each?
Bro.
Okay.
And I'll roll one for
I
Riggs.
didn't do anything in
What?
death.
No, not our girl.
What
Okay.
have you done to us?
If we kill Riggs because we overclocked the ship, I'm gonna be so pissed.
I rolled an 8. Is that good? You
I
can
rolled
tell
a
me.
2.
I rolled a 3.
Okay. You each take necrotic damage equal to the dice you just rolled.
Okay.
And
Ow.
Dani, you heal for 17 hit points.
Amazing.
Oh, Merry Christmas!
Is Riggs okay?
That's hilarious.
I mean, she only lost 4 hit points. She's at, she's at like pretty low, but she's got more than 4 hit points.
Bro.
Not by a lot, but she's got more than 4. Yeah,
feel
you
awesome.
see. Virla, please describe what happens as the ship steam bursts out. The entire thing shudders. This is, forcing the ship to do something it's not. Dani, you feel every single where you're touching the engine. Jolts of energy go out. Each of you feel immediately drained a little bit. Dani, you feel revitalized. This is working. Virla, please describe what you see as you peer into the weave
Fucking God.
before we plane shift.
I am actually just imagining Speed Racer, which is just a cacophony
Yes.
of colors.
Yes,
and just,
make it
the
canon.
vibrancy abounds.
You know that thing in
sort of-
2001 where it's
Yeah,
just like, yeah.
Yes.
Kind of like that, sort of like the auroras, the greens, the blues, and the purples of the Astral Sea just kind of all surround Virila's senses all at once. But, and so I guess I'm imagining to Virila, because a plane shift is instantaneous, but to Virila he is imagining it, time has slowed down, and he is now imagining a kind of like a Star Wars hyperdrive, I suppose, where there is an amount of time and he is in a gate that is traveling to its destination. On the deck of the ship, he sees a figure. Taller, like an inch or so, than Virila would. He stands up proud, regally, sort of the thin frame and the smiling face of who he now knows to be Emerson.
Ooh.
He is simply, as he always has been, guiding the ship, pointing to Virila where to go, where to navigate, where to tell Kyana.
Oh my god.
There is amidst the overwhelming, there is still an anchor that Virila feels of calmness and comfortability, as this. It is like he never left, and so he guides Kyana as to where to Emerson points.
The ship had a captain all
You
along.
put your hands on Kyana, and there's a moment where you know, she's not actually steering it, but she's steering it in here with her key, her life energy.
Zone, baby.
Auto zone.
You put your hands on, everything seems to compress, and like, you know, like there's the what's the word I'm looking for? The rack in a film where they change the depth perception.
zoom.
Rack focus.
Rack focus, thank you.
That, yeah.
Everything seems to stretch for you, and there's a moment. Do you know that in Earth's Mightiest Heroes, when they go through the wormhole
Yes.
and they use the gravity beam to hold it so that Hawkeye can shoot the things inside
How many
the wormhole,
references
even
can
though
we put
you're in it
into
for a
this
moment?
Quick, everyone think of every piece of media they've ever consumed with a colorful tunnel.
see-
In Scooby-Doo
Throw it all
meets
in there.
Kiss, they travel through it. Actually, this is completely relevant.
You see
You know the bit in
The inside
Spider-Verse
of a
where they're
plane
in the
shift.
particle accelerator and they're seeing the web?
All
Sorry,
of this,
please
yes.
go on.
you see a plane shift as, like, from the inside, which no one was ever supposed to see, as Emerson points the way. There's the rushing up, which to everyone else just feels like a moment of vertigo and darkness.
Yeah.
But to you, you see the ship surrounded by nothing but a distant kind of glimmering, almost looks like a spider web, but millions and of miles off, glimmering green and blue and red. And as Emerson turns back to you, you see his face changes, his body changes into that of a human woman with a widow's peak, long dark hair. She's dressed in a black dress that is almost torn at the bottom, and she has kind of like a shawl that connects from wrist to wrist behind her, a gold belt with a sort of a symbol of a star on it.
Am I fucking
And she
looking at
looks you in the
Mistra?
eye, like a blue-white star on this gold belt. She looks you in the eye, and she says, "Curious." And then, boom, you hit Sigil as you erupt from clouds, and the entire ship shudders and is hitting like a resonant frequency. And just as you think it's going to tear itself apart, settles down, and instead you are sitting amongst the hustle and bustle of the skyport in Sigil.
So we gonna
Good work, team! Let's
Did it
go rescue
work?
everybody!
All right. Yeah. Oh god, we made it.
Man, I
Oh,
expected
fuck.
almost none of that.
Ooh.
All right.
right.
That took a
I
lot
can't
more
believe
out
you
of me
guys
than I
succeed
thought
on
it
every
would.
single one.
yeah.
All right.
Really
all
good
right, yeah.
mechanic.
Danny's like
feeling it like
leaning
a-
on
like a
the
solid
patched
2
together
thirds
motor
max.
force generator. Like, yeah, man.
I'm gonna lean on the intercom like, Danny, you're a fucking genius. Thank you. Holy. All right, y'all. Okay.
Where we gotta go?
I don't
Lean
know.
on.
Riggs.
Where we going?
Riggs. there?
She looks up at you from. She's just been on the floor of the bubble this whole.
I put
she's
her
down
in a hammock, man.
Yeah, I guess she's
I'm
down
a
in a
good
hammock.
host.
You go down. She looks up at you as you guys run in. She goes. She's looking out the porthole out to Sigil, then turns back to you. She says, "Yeah, good work, team. Good job. You kids can do it."
At
least one of us.
Rest up.
To the guild hall.
Guild hall.
We
To
set
the guild hall.
We set the bar too
To the
high
guild hall.
for Riggs. Now she's gonna think that every trip is like this.
Should we bring Riggs with us? If there's a second Riggs.
I don't know if that helps or that hurts.
I don't know, but I feel like it's a lot harder to say that Riggs is an imposter on no evidence than we've got the true Riggs right here. But also she's so beat up. I don't know. I don't want
I'll
to
take
hurt
some of my
her.
red string and just tie a bracelet around her wrist.
If only someone
real
with
Riggs.
high insight could look at this Riggs and tell us if this person was really who they say they are.
Well, why should they trust me?
Oh, you meant to like convince everyone else. Oh, I don't know about that, but I just meant for our sake we don't shoot at the wrong Riggs.
I got it.
got
I'll
it?
figure it out. I could tell the real one from the fake one.
Okay. I don't want to drag Riggs into danger, but I don't know what this is going to look like when we go in if there's a second Riggs running around who's evil.
We just have to be.
Riggs, would you like to accompany us?
I think I'm probably best.
Yeah, she should stay here.
Yes. All right. Yes.
She should stay here and rest.
I'm less of a martial type. You know what?
We can handle it.
She reaches into her pocket and she pulls out her guild badge and hands it to Finbar, and says, if you need any proof for Grun atrocity, that should be bar enough.
Okay.
Will do, Riggs. You rest
All right,
easy.
I'll go to sleep.
Yep. Okay.
Sweet dreams.
Yeah. Let's go.
Plug, watch the
Let's go
ship.
save the day. Let's go save your girl.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Start heading towards the guild hall.
All right, you guys get out and begin running. You go through the market ward here, the dock ward, I should say. Through the streets, people of all lineages and heritages and worlds look at you as, I assume you're just running.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm booking
You're
it.
just running. through the
Danny's running, but
streets
she's
here.
got a shitty-eating grin on the whole time because of what they just pulled off.
It's extremely impressive.
Yeah.
Not even a single failure, Jesus. You dash through the streets, heading towards the guild hall, and you arrive. The building standing as you know it does.
All right, y'all.
As you knew it would. It's seems
Just make sure you wipe your feet.
You know.
and,
unaffected as of yet. You know what? I think this is actually the perfect time to go to break. So
Oh,
with
no.
that, we will take a break before we enter the guild hall, and we will see everyone back here in just a minute.
Cool.
They're just
Everyone
throwing a surprise party for us. We love those.
Rolling with difficulty.
Hi, I'm Austin, and you're listening to Rolling with Difficulty, a D&D podcast. Now, back to the show.
Rolling with difficulty.
let's go.
DM doesn't
Yeah, what could
18.
welcome
possibly
back.
go wrong?
Welcome back, I said. Damn it.
You don't control me.
When last we left our heroes, you stood outside of the guild hall, the society sensation. In front of you, on the beautiful building with these vines growing up, these long white flowers dangling down. In front of you, the words "Cognoscere multos expire" carved. What would you like to do?
Go inside.
Open the door.
Okay, just again, wipe your feet before
You
we go
enter.
Okay.
You
Wipe
enter.
our feet.
Things are much as you saw them the last time you were here. People are going about their business here. You see there's students walking around and such. Is it Nell?
Yeah, Nell should be at the
Nell,
desk.
Yeah, Nell is sitting at the front desk, dozing off as she is wont to do.
Where's Elise?
I'm going to ask Nell.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Nell, darling, wake up.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I was resting.
Her huge bulbous eyes blink.
I was just resting. I submerged myself in water so
Yes.
that my eyes dry out really fast. What can I do?
It's all right.
What can I do
It's
for
all
you,
right.
Finbar?
I was just wondering. Has you seen like Elise anytime soon?
Yeah. Elise came in A couple hours ago, I guess. I think I saw her head out too a little while later.
All right. Yeah. What do you know where she went? While she was here?
Didn't say, no.
Is Riggs in?
Yeah, Riggs is in, actually. She got back from off plane earlier.
Yeah, there was some payment details and stuff. We should probably talk to Riggs, right? Right, guys?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. If you don't mind, no, we don't really have an appointment, but you don't mind if we go talk to Riggs for a little bit.
You see she looks as if to start filling out forms, and then says,
Yeah, that's fine. Just don't tell her I let you in.
Wouldn't dream of it. All right, y'all. Let's go.
All right, yeah, good luck.
puts her head
hustle.
back down on the desk.
She's so unsubtle. I love it. Let's go deal with the nightmare situation, whatever's going on.
All right, y'all. Just keep an eye out. You know, who knows what's going on here.
No fear of that.
So yeah, on the way to Riggs's office, can I make like a general like perception check? Notice anything off?
Please roll a perception check.
Okay.
Also, Virla, do you have sending back, or
I have one more sending back.
should we send to Elise? Because I'm wondering if she left, or if she got whacked and replaced by whoever's impersonating Riggs.
Well, if Riggs is here, doesn't that mean that they can't be Elise because they're still being Riggs?
Well,
Well,
Nell saw Elise leave. If
Yeah.
whoever was impersonating Riggs changed what they look like and then snuck out as
They would've
Elise,
had
no
to
one would
leave
question.
Elise here, so
I said-
one way or another, I guess we'll find out in a minute.
Yeah, okay.
I say we check the office first before we try Elise again, because
Okay.
well, how would that work? If it's a person impersonating as Elise, would they get the message?
No, right? Wait. I don't know how that
No,
works.
you would send
I
to the
don't
real
know.
person.
Okay,
If someone,
I'll know.
if you got a disguise, like for example, you know, if someone's got like a disguise self up on them to look like, you know, to look like Finbar, and then you try to send a message to Finbar, it's not going to go to the person magically disguised as Finbar. We're just going to go to Finbar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Again, for the audience, Finbar has an intelligence of 7.
Keep forgetting that.
So he's trying very hard to keep up with literally everything
it's
the
great.
intelligent people are saying. So yes, for the perception check, I got a 23.
Ooh.
23. What exactly are you looking for? Give me a...
Shifty characters that aren't usually around the guild hall, any slime or mold funguses crawling out from corners, a trail of dirt or anything. They usually keep this place pretty, spotless. So
Of course, it's a kitchen.
No one seems to be acting suspicious at all. You do, as you're going along, you do find that there's, you see like a little bit of black, sort of in a crevice between two bricks. You know, there's kind of that like where they put the cement to connect things. In this case, you see like there's a little bit of like black smudge, and you can run your finger along it, and you're like, it's growing mold. It's like just a little smear of like black mold that's growing on the
Should
edge
I
there.
burn it?
That's
Produce flame in my hand.
they've got custodians here, Dani. They'll clean it up. Let's make sure we get to Riggs' office first.
Yeah.
All right. You go through the means necessary and arrive at her office. The door says the roundsman on it, closed currently.
We don't need to knock. We know that can't be Riggs in there.
Are we not
Dani,
keeping
what are you
up
doing?
appearances for the rest of the guild?
For the audience, Sophia is miming knocking.
I made the sound. They got it.
Oh, I missed
Dani of all
it.
people.
You knock. You hear. Sorry, occupied right now. Too busy. Come back another time.
Riggs, it's Finbar. You told me to come see you.
Did I now? Well, why don't y'all come in?
Can I summon a tiny version of the cannon before we open the door and put it in my arms in its force ballista form? Okay, I'm expending a spell slot to do so.
Okay.
Amazing.
Oh boy.
You magically summon the cannon. Finbar, you put your hand on the knob, twist, open the door. You see what looks like Riggs sitting not on the desk, but on a shelf, like a table that's behind the desk. Not even sitting in the chair, like sitting on a table behind the desk. Papers, like kind of files in her hand, flipping through. Looks up and says,
Well, must be Finbar.
the description, she waves the folder.
Description's quite accurate. I known you even if you hadn't told me. Kyana, right? It's, now, forgive me, I don't know how to say so. VRLA?
Virla, hello.
Forgive me, I've only seen it written. And, well,
You must be Dani there.
Just Dani.
I will gently close the door, and I will turn to Riggs. Be like, I don't want to beat around the bush. We both know you ain't Riggs. So, this doesn't
Good.
have to get messy.
I so hate wasting time. The voice comes from Riggs's body.
Okay.
Damn, we should have
She
made them waste
turns
time.
into an older water genasi.
There was
sitting
like
on
a
the table.
slight chance that we were being super played and like we'd actually never met the real Riggs. But
That would have been
I
crazy.
was gonna have
A better DM.
but
You need a better
alright.
DM. He, oh, I so hate having to extend these things with pretending like there's not going to be solved or figured out. You got back here faster than I imagined, though. It says your spelljammer is quite capable, but even I wouldn't have expected you to make it back this quickly.
I got some talented people with me. Now, sit
I already am.
on a chair like a civilized person, please. You're freaking me out.
No, he rises to his feet. He says, I think I'll stand in my place above you.
ooh.
Okay, I sort of move in closer. I am, let me remind you, I am currently 7'6", 7'4".
You
and I will look
approach.
at the water Ganassi. I will look down on him.
You do. He steps up and looks up to you. Not even really a smile, just like kind of like a smug look. But you think you're a big man, don't you? Well,
I kind of turn to the rest of the group. I'm pretty large, right?
Yeah, no,
I
you're
always
big,
thought.
yeah.
I would describe
Okay.
you as size
Objectively.
category medium, but you're the higher end of it.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. No, I'm kind of big. Anyways, I don't know what you're playing with the guild, but a lot of people are getting hurt, and I'm gonna kindly ask you to stop.
kindly. Yes. What Riggs wrote on you does say you try to de-escalate. Unfortunately, we're well past that now. Places the file he was holding, throws it back. I don't suppose I could argue my case to you. I'm sure you all just want what's best here, right? Your lifespans are so short, you're myopic.
Oh no.
Please.
Oh no, that Twitter user was right about what this guy is.
What?
Now, I would like to. Obviously, you'll go to court, and there's ways to go about that. But I wouldn't mind hearing what you got going on. We got nothing but time here.
Nothing but time. That's your folly. Time's on my side.
Oh, he's so determined
Each
to
of you
monologue.
have limited heartbeats. If you want to waste them here, or trying to take me to some trial fear-free. But one day, your body will go cold. And then you'll finally understand. I'm here to just help you understand a little bit sooner. Try to shortcut that pain you insist on putting yourselves through. No strong comebacks? He looks over at Dani. Oh, you really haven't figured it out. Oh,
Is he
guess
not
I gave
actually?
you too much credit for that one.
Oh.
Do you believe that you will survive, or even win this encounter?
I think I will. But even if I died, here, which I won't, you would just send me to my mistress.
Yeah.
And then everything you love would come crashing down around you. So.
We
Okay.
are happy to send you to her as expediently as possible.
Whew.
Why don't you...
You are filled with conviction, aren't you?
Why don't you back up your beliefs and simply let us send you there with no conflict? It is messy, as you say.
Everybody understands. So, Danny would be able to address that.
I don't like this at all.
Oh, we're laughing now.
I'm just gonna bring out my arms and face of the astral self. I'm done fucking around. I'm not attacking yet. I don't like any part of this, and his talk of like, oh, entropy is inevitable, your body will grow cold, is not resonating well with the stuff I learned about all this jellying up my jam and how it persists while the bodies die. So,
All right.
In Virla's
bringing
opinion,
up the
this
arms
is
and
just a
face.
win-win, because if this guy's whole deal is just letting things break down and destroy, I don't see why he would try and prevent that for himself. So, like,
oh yes,
I think we're
because
gonna win.
people are so good at following their ideologies to the letter.
Yes.
You bring out the astral. The room begins to glow a soft amber kind of gold as you do.
Yeah.
Never seen a sign. He regards with genuine interest. Never seen a psionic manifestation like that. Must be quite powerful.
All right. See,
Well, it's certainly not mortal. Not everything rots.
We'll see. You have a conviction, right? That your life is special. That it's yours. It belongs to you.
Well, that's been up for debate recently. But it's mine to live right
Good.
now, anyway.
Then perhaps you see. He turns to Finbar, regards your regalia. I'm told you practice the old magics.
as old as they get.
So then surely you know of the great lie that is separation. That each of us are our own. Our lives are our own, that they belong to us, to do with them what we please. No. There is no separation between you and I. We are made of the same stuff, and when we die, we will return to the dirt.
Yeah,
Life
that's
is
inevitable.
just an aberration. It is the...
Alright.
Oh, gods. It is the unnatural state to be alive. You fight against the entropy for this brief moment. The vast majority of your existence will be spent as rot, as dirt, as nothing. That is the state. You fight against the cohesion, struggle so hard.
This guy.
You-
avoid the beautiful...
For-
Ugh.
I think you forget where you stand. This is the headquarters of the Searing Tongue. What's left of, what was it? What's the faction called again?
The
Society of Sensation.
yeah.
What's left of the
Thanks, bad
Society of
guy.
Sensation.
Check your history.
It's my understanding that you live, you die, but the in between. You're right about that. The lives aren't our own. We share our lives with the people around us. I got my pals right here.
Exactly, and think of how they could be more shared when we are all brought together under the brood. Even the most powerful do not resist it. Everyone together. Reduce to
That's
their
where you're
basic
mistaken.
elements.
Nah, man. You talk too much. That's where you're mistaken. We are already together. We've been through enough. The experiences we have, that's worth more than whatever nonsense you're spewing. So let me tell you this. We're going to take you down. You're not going back to your brood mother or whatever weird queen you worship. And I'm going to make sure you never show up, never cause any more problems for the guild or my friends ever again. That's what's about to happen.
Alright. I'm told I talk too much. It's a flaw of mine, I suppose. So, how about this? I ask you a question, and you don't even have to answer. When I'm done, you can decide what you want to do. How's that sound? Bargainer.
Suspicious.
I'm just appreciating the irony of you continuing to monologue to prolong your defeat.
Oh, I don't like this.
Ask away. And then I will pull out Leyland.
Virla, you say, I appreciate, I'm looking at the irony of, him monologuing. He turns to you and says, aren't you sick of not connecting to others, feeling on the outside? He turns to Finbar. Sick of having too many relationships to maintain? Too many places you have to be to maintain them?
Oh, that reminds me, we should message Elise.
Kyana.
Yeah?
Aren't you tired of never really belonging anywhere? Turns to Dani.
Ooh, fuck.
Sick of fighting entropy? The knowledge that all things will eventually break down? Struggling against it?
Nah, this guy doesn't have a read on me at all.
Each of you thinks the way forward is to struggle, but what you actually want, the togetherness you crave, is there in your future with the mother. Your choice.
Why are you delaying our pummeling then? If this is your destiny, my fist to your face, so let's just make it happen.
Mostly I'm stalling because as we speak in the freezer downstairs, Garundan Trotsky is incapacitated, being dissolved as I sacrifice him to a portal to the 222nd layer of the abyss.
Book it out the door as soon as he says as we speak.
I will dimension door downstairs.
Ha! Yes, do it.
You could deal with your friend who asked too many questions. She's currently on a trip of her own.
Oh, fuck.
Too many places to be. Ironic.
I'm already out the door. I'm rescuing the guy. He's in the basement because finally I get to run down the wall.
Kyana runs. Virla, you gonna dimension door?
Well, do I hear that last thing that
yeah,
he said?
I'd say so.
Talking's a free action. I think he gets it out before we do anything.
Yep. Your choice. Struggle.
Kyana, wait.
Waste your breath.
She's gone.
Wait, no.
Kyana, wait until she get the information and where Elise is. I will go to the basement. That is the extent of where my dimension door can go.
Okay. I guess we're finding out where Elise is.
Yeah, right? This is the Dark Knight, right? We're interrogating the Joker?
Yeah, perfect. Okay, then not out the door, over the desk.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's my plan at least, and I'm just going to dimension door. He said downstairs, so I'm going to calculate how large a floor is and calculate... Finbar, how many floors until the basement?
How many floors?
I mean, we climbed up the stairs, so we know.
It's at least, we're on the second floor, so it's like 2 levels down, right?
Is the basement directly below us?
I mean, there's a lot of basement below you, but yes.
I'll take that risk. I will calculate how
400
high
feet's more than
the space between floors.
Yeah,
and
you're 400 feet's more than enough to get down to the basement. I think you're on the second or third floor. I forget how I described it, but 400 feet's definitely going to be enough to get you down into the basement. I believe you can also take someone with Dimension Door if you choose that.
Yes, you can.
You should take somebody.
As I've seen you cast Dimension Door before, I guess I would notice it. I'd be like, I slide Dani your way.
Yeah. Scoot.
Dani had started to turn the Force Ballista down, and then she gets pushed over to the side.
As soon as you said, is it directly below us, I was like, she's not asking for the teleport. Don't answer.
Yeah, so Dani and I will teleport.
All right. A flash of arcane energy, you guys both teleport down to the basement. Kyana, you go off at like a shot. Finbar, you're left standing alone in the room with Sadako.
Wait. Okay, am I staying with Finbar to get information out of the guy? Because that's what Virla told me to do.
Oh, sorry, whatever you want to do, Kyana.
Find out where Elise is. I don't want to fully leave Finbar alone with Fungus McMonologue over here, so
What did you do to What did you do to Elise?
Yeah.
I gave her a suggestion.
Oh.
Okay. I'm coming back
smiles.
for next time I see you, you won't get a word out of those lips. I will wild shape into a stag, and
okay.
Something with a smell. We want to be able to track her.
That's a good point.
I'm pretty sure
Dance
I
have
can.
noses.
Everything has a nose.
I'm pretty confident I
well-
can track her regardless.
Oh, fair enough.
really?
Fair enough. He does maintain his survival. He looks at you, Kyana, as he takes off. It turns into a stag and takes off. You're fast enough to catch up to Finbar. He looks at you. He says, "Stop me. Save the guild. Save its leader. Your choice. Can't be everywhere."
I can't.
Sorry, an elf.
But I know
not
for a
stag.
fact some part of me is gonna be here long after you, and I'll run after Finbar.
Take him with you.
Okay.
Fuck you, I'm partially immortal, bitch! Your entire worldview is flawed!
Oh god,
Well,
I
he's
hope
not
one
a
of them
good
has the
guy.
forethought to at least tell Nell that there's an imposter in the.
Oh yeah, as we went past, I'm like, that's not the real Riggs. Get out of the building. He's really dangerous.
Fantastic. You got now.
Is there like a fire alarm that we can pull or something?
If there's a fire alarm, it's going to be going off soon enough.
Man,
yeah,
we
no,
let,
so
we,
that's good
I am.
we let him monologue for a while.
I should have rolled insight. I should have
Yeah.
rolled insight.
He's not a dragon. I'm pretty sure he's a devil or something.
I do know there's an emergency protocol, right?
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
I guess
As a stag.
as I'm rampaging out of here, I'll do whatever it takes to trigger the emergency protocol.
Headbutt the wall
Kyana
panel.
talking to Nell will probably do it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Nell can set it off for you.
We got an imposter, baby.
cool. I have 50 feet of
you-
movement. I can dash for 100.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
We're
Then
splitting
I
the party,
actually.
so we're going to quickly resolve as you guys leave the guild hall. We're going to
Okay.
resolve what's going on there. So what do you say to Riggs? What do you say to Nell as you're leaving, Kyana?
That wasn't Riggs. An imposter. Very dangerous. Something terrible's happening in the basement. Get everybody out of here. Talking is a free action.
What? For real?
Yes, for real.
For real? Oh god. Okay.
You see, she starts talking about. She goes under the desk, pulls out a lockbox, opens it, and then she pulls out. You see, she pulls out looks like a branch, like an oak branch. It's about a foot, a little longer wide.
Really thought
She
she was
looks at
about
it
to pull out,
and then
like, a
she
long
snaps it. And as she does, all the lighting
shotgun.
in the guild hall switches from normal to like red and classic Death Star like.
Oh yeah, baby. This is
Yeah,
aesthetic as
claxons,
shit.
Starts going
baby.
You guys hear that as you teleport to the downstairs. The first thing you notice is your feet landing on a soft, almost slime. I
fuck.
should say
Oh,
slimy, almost
fuck.
soft kind of slime on the floor down there.
They're the crazy ones. We left the crazy ones with the fungus.
Danny might be good
I
now.
was
We don't
hoping you
know.
wouldn't
You
notice.
definitely let the squishy ones go.
Virla.
Yes,
You guys
Danny.
have another way of quick out, right? You can dimension door out in a pinch, right?
I
Right?
cannot.
What?
No.
Virla, you touched the big slime, didn't you? Last fight.
Yes, but I did it with Bing, and so I was able to see through the portal and not experience any adverse effects like you. On another note, can you please stop smiling in the way that you are? It is rather unnerving.
Yeah.
What's
I
happening?
think maybe you shouldn't look through that portal again, even with Bing. Capiche?
I do not have Bing. I do not have the ability to summon him anymore.
Well, then don't go putting your robo head through it. Do we see the guy down here anywhere?
Finbar, I think this is really
It
bad,
is
actually.
easy enough to follow the trail of where the fungus that is growing along the carpeting, the floor, and starting to grow along the walls is thicker. And you are able to follow it through dark, now red lit hallways until you come to, it's a large archway with doors standing open and a cold breeze flowing out to you. You assume this must be the freezer in the basement.
I apologize for the temperature, Danny.
It's okay. I just might ruin some of their better frozen goods in this ensuing time.
What do we see in the freezer?
I could describe it to you, or I could just show you.
Gotcha.
Oh god.
All right, Sophia, single brain cell. Let's do this.
High
All right.
and low is high and
that's
low.
you.
is-
I thought all four of us would
I
be
gotta
done.
actually delete Kyana and Finbar from here.
Oh, good. He balanced this encounter for four of us.
Since they're not
Oh,
here.
man, what is that?
Well, it's a good thing that you can cast Sending if need be to let us know that shit's getting bad, right?
I don't know if you can.
Yes, but I do need that spell slot for Vampiric Touch or Lightning Bolt as well.
Okay, guess you just gotta figure out which priority's gonna be.
Enter. The floor is icy in here. The fungus is resisting, growing, but you can see that along the archway, there's like all this slime mold growing on the archway, which is, the gateway in. You see on the floor, on the stone floor, partially covered in ice where like water has spilled on it, set up a runic circle, and just lying on his back with his eyes open and mouth open, chest, eyes unblinking, but chest barely rising and falling, you see the silver skin, green hair pooled around the head of Karun Nadrasi. What you don't see, because it is indistinguishable from regular fungus until it makes a move, is you do not see. Actually, I'm gonna check the wording on this real quick. His appearance isn't to start as advantage. Yes, so it's not. Yes. Okay, so it's not necessarily going to get a surprise round, but it does have advantage on its initiative roll. What you don't see is the fungal creature forming over the door here that is beginning to turn this doorway into the portal. I need you both to please roll initiative.
Okay.
So yeah, no,
great.
So Kyana, you were saying
such ass for initiative.
Which was I saying? I was saying this is really bad.
So as Finbar is like sort of dashing out of this guild hall, he's going to stop for like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And he's gonna. I guess you're right behind. You're on top. Behind me.
I'm right behind you.
Another friend
you
we
are
could
actually
call,
faster than me
like,
in this form.
Yeah.
Another spelljammer captain in the city who we could call for aid. I want to see Davian again.
I kind of, in my stag form, I kind of look up, I sniff in the air, I look back at Kyana, and I realize I'm leaving the rest of the crew behind.
I'll mind links and give you the response so you can talk to me as a stag if you have specific instructions.
He's not going to say a thing. He's going to breathe a heavy sigh.
Oh boy.
And he's going to turn around.
Back to the guy. Back to the gang.
What are you doing? We got this. Go get your girl.
Back to the crew.
Okay.
We gotta wrap this up fast.
I gotta. If Elise dies, that's one thing. If both of you die, that's a whole other thing.
Oh boy.
I can't have that.
Narratively finishing the arc that I left for him back in the beginning. Of course, he would lay down his life for one of ours.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
God. Okay.
I mean, I certainly can't track her myself, so
No,
I'm following you. Whatever you do, I gotta follow.
Keep the crew together.
Okay.
I have to. I can't do it without you guys.
Part of the time that is spent with them searching for the entryway is you guys running out, and then you turn and you run back in. So Finbar, could I get you to roll a d6? We're gonna roll a d6, I think, and see how many rounds it takes you to get back down. That's, you guys made a choice, and now you're going back on. It's got to count for something. Please roll a d6 and see how many rounds it's gonna take you to get down there.
1. Oh, eat it. The stairs are right there, actually.
Son of a bitch. The stairs are actually right there.
He knows where to
go. What's up is that there's a locked door that usually people don't go through, and the staghorns smash right through it.
All right, we gotta wrap this up quick.
We're gonna start this encounter, and then we're gonna roll. In round 2, we'll have you two roll initiative. So, Dani, as you turn and you see this fungus beginning to reach down, I need you to please make a wisdom saving throw.
My favorite. You know I love these.
Again.
It is also technically possible for her to succeed on this.
What?
Well, first of all, screw you, dude. I rolled a natural 19, -1, so 18.
18 does succeed.
Ha!
There you go. The DC is 18.
Just for the audience at
Dani.
home, Sophia's been gesturing with a pair of scissors the entire last 20 minutes
I'm
we've been
pretending
talking.
it's the cannon because it's handheld, and I like the idea that Dani's got it over her shoulder. But I don't have any cannons on me because I'm a human being who lives on the planet Earth.
She's just trying to cut me.
You don't have a cannon? I'm gonna go get mine.
advantage on intimidation checks.
I'd wear my coveralls,
Dani,
but it's
you
like
feel-
100 degrees out right now.
You feel a buzzing enter your mind as something tries to fuck with your brain, but maybe the residual lesser restoration, maybe knowing what it was before, solving problems. You know, you're able to kind of shut it out for a moment and take an action. What would you like to do?
So this guy's in like a spell circle type deal, it looks like.
Karun Atrocity is currently in the spell circle, yes.
Virla, magic bullshit. Get that guy.
And then I'm going to turn the cannon for my bonus action on the fungus. And attack that.
You are within melee range of it, so I do need you to roll with disadvantage if you're making an attack roll.
Right, and just for point of order, this is the force ballista, so should it hit, it will get pushed 5 feet back.
Okay.
Okay, not too bad. That is a... What do I add to this? I always forget.
Intelligence plus proficiency, so 7.
Yeah. It showed, when you look at it, because under the bonus actions, it lists its range and its damage, but not its bonus, so it throws me off. Yeah, so that is a 19 to hit.
With disadvantage, you rolled a 19.
Yeah.
That does hit.
Yeah.
That's why we were so scared when she started friggin' setting us on fire.
I
She's
know,
our
it was
heavy hitter.
awesome.
I rolled a 12 and a 13,
I didn't even ask her to
so
do
plus
that.
7. Okay, so it's 2d8 plus 4, and it's going to get pushed back 5 feet. 17 points of force damage, and it gets pushed back 5 feet.
Cool. That's the edge of the map, so we're going to just leave him there. But the slime is kind of like shoved back. You see the force. You're getting kind of used to this now as the force like pushes it backwards. It kind of shudders and then begins to refill the space a little bit. Definitely felt that though. It is not resistant to force damage. So, Dani, does that end your turn?
No, that was my bonus action.
Of course it was. Please go for it.
Does the spell circle look like it's drawn onto the floor or like it's etched in?
It's a little column A, little column B.
Does it look smearable?
Yeah, I had that same idea.
Yeah. You gonna cast grease on it?
No, I was gonna use Mage Hand to like shh.
Grease would be funny though. I
probably-
like the idea of like the
I only have so many
guildmasters
spell
kind of
slots
sliding
left.
out of the circle.
I like their thought. I don't know how much a cantrip is going to do to mess up this
All right.
spell circle just.
I'm gonna rely on Virla in
your
that
head's in the right
case.
spot.
Be like, Virla, mess it up! And I'll cast Firebolt at the slime and just focus on trying to get rid of this guy.
Cool. Another disadvantage roll, please.
Even though he got pushed back 5 feet.
Wait. Yeah.
His melee range is... So he's now 15 feet away from you, and his melee range is 15 feet.
Okay.
So gross.
He's got big old pseudopods.
Okay, well
These bad
that's
guys
still...
so goopy this season.
That is, I rolled a 13 and an 18, so plus 8, that's 21 to hit.
That'll hit. You never roll
And
below a 10, I
this-
swear to Christ.
Until it's time for wisdom saves, and then I become the world's worst dice roller. I just have good...
Yeah, you just rolled a 19.
I just have good bonuses. I get to add my d8 to this because it's my Artificer spell through the Baronian Fluctuator, so that's 2d10 plus a d8.
I can't believe you let the recurring villain monologue and then get away. Oh, we're so predictable.
Ooh, that's not so bad on the
I was like, when's he gonna start swinging? I'll start swinging when he starts swinging.
16 points of fire damage.
Okay, half to 8 as he does resist fire.
My natural enemy!
Everything here is so goopy. They all
Glad I didn't go with the
they're too moist.
flamethrower.
Amazing. Dani, will that end your turn?
Virla, please smear that circle.
What circle?
Fuck you!
No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
I smack Virla as a free action.
Oh, the madness of Zugotmoy just gave him a sense of humor. Great!
Turns
that's
out
a dramatic
that if-
irony. All right.
Turns out if me,
That's,
the PC.
does that end your turn,
given-
Dani?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Cool. It is now the Alkalith's turn. It will roll its first tentacle attack against Dani. Does that appear in the thing? Natural 1 on the first attack.
Get fucked.
Yeah,
Second
eat
attack
it.
against Dani. 26 to hit?
Yeah, that'll hit.
Oh my god.
Cool. That's going to be...
The dice gods give it, then dice gods take it away. You just gotta go with both.
14 points of acid damage.
Okay.
And then, yeah, I mean, it didn't like what you just did there. Oh, let's double check its intelligence. Let's see real quick. -2. It's gonna hit Virla with its other attack.
Okay.
Final attack against Virla. 24 to hit you, Virla.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yikes.
That hits.
No, I'm actually like a gargantuan ancient dragon, and my AC is 28, so.
That would be 20 acid damage.
Oh my god.
Ouch.
As it just whips
I'm-
out and does
Yikes.
a flurry of attacks on both of you guys, holding on to the archway. It moves back into the space that Dani had just pushed it from, and begins protecting its territory, basically. That is its entire turn. Virla, it is your turn. Please start with a wisdom saving throw.
Come on, Virla. Come on, Virla.
I believe I also get an 18. 16 plus 2.
Nice.
Okay. Good. Good.
Oh, no, plus 5.
Oh, what?
So
Yeah,
even
you're
better.
proficient because you're a wizard.
How is it?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
He's
Wizards get intelligence.
smart,
Saves.
and Dani just has bad wisdom and no way to change that.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So 21.
Incredible.
Okay, so Virla, what would you like to do?
Okay. Can I be a little timey-wimey, Austin? Since we had made a plan that Kyana would pilot the ship, could I have retroactively unattuned the spelljammer helm and reattuned to my Scarf of Speed?
That seems completely reasonable to me.
Yes.
Zoomy,
That way?
baby.
Keep that in mind going forward.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so with that being the case, I will, for a bonus action, click kind of with a flourish, just kind of throw my Scarf of Speed over
Nice.
my shoulder, and that gives me double my walking speed, so I can very rapidly speed walk. And I think that'll get me right to current atrocity.
Maybe don't go inside the circle.
Okay. That's awesome. Virla, could I, before you do that, actually, could I have you make one more wisdom saving throw?
Yes, sir.
You know, the more this happens, the more glad I am that we turned around.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Elise.
It's Oh god.
Oh my god, I
Oh,
forgot.
I know.
I know exactly
What'd
what
you
I'm
roll?
doing next turn.
23.
23? Okay, yeah, that's what you do this turn. Awesome.
Okay, cool.
Bastard. Oh, what are you planning?
I also had the idea of trying to just swipe at the arcane circle, the ritual circle or whatever as I was kind of walking over. I don't know to what extent I can accomplish that.
It's sort of magically affixed in place as things are going down, so if you're going to do that, you're going to need something more than just wipe my foot over it.
Just pull the guy out of there, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna instead try and spend my action to try and pick up current atrocity.
Okay, that's amazing. That's your action. Please go ahead and make me a athletics check.
Sure. That's a natural 1.
No!
That does not meet the DC for removing him from this circle.
Oh
You
man,
grab
I
him
really
and
thought.
your arms extend a little more than they should. The pistons should not be going out that far, and but it's not just that he's heavy or something. He's magically affixed here. The whatever's going on, this nonsense is holding him in place.
Okay. All right. Well, that's all 3 of my stuff, unfortunately.
I need the other 2 to please roll initiative,
Yes.
and I will add you to the battle map.
Hoo, 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 hoo. 27.
Oh damn. 16.
All right, you guys are
I'm
right
currently
there.
sized
Finbar,
large.
You're big.
What are you guys doing
Yes.
back?
What are you doing? Did you leave Elise behind?
It was either
Finbar's a
y'all.
stag, and I'm following Finbar. I'm sorry, man.
Next time y'all follow my lead.
He's still a.
Okay.
He
y'all
says
don't-
next time y'all follow my lead.
Y'all don't go running off without me.
Technically, we teleported off. Whatever.
Technically, you gave us Dani, so you gave me Dani, so you were anyway.
Look, we all make changes
Kyana,
to
what
the
the hell
plan.
did you say?
You
26?
were already casting the spell.
27 actually, because I rolled a 19
20.
and my initiative is +8.
And then Finbar, you got a 16?
16, yes. Dex
What's
is
your dex?
+1. With a 13.
Cool. I think that this guy's actually gonna with a 13, you beat him by 1. Finbar in front of the
Yes.
Alkalith. Amazing. Woo! Kyana, you see this. I know you just had this dialogue, but we're going to rewind it 1 second as Dani hasn't even gone yet. You see the pseudopods coming. You see Virla across the room as you round the corner, just full monk dashing. And this thing kind of slow down the world as you're entering the fight. What would you like to do?
I would like to slide through the closing opening, super cool style, and then I'm also, in my head, I'm like, all right, he said turning a guy into a pile of goop to open a portal, so priority is get that guy out of the spell circle, so I'm gonna start with my base movement of 45, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, oh, I don't quite make it. So I'm gonna use my bonus action to dash. Do I need to make a wisdom save at some point? Not to be all teacher, did we have homework? But
I believe it's only if you start your turn within. Give me a second. It starts its turn, so I'm gonna go ahead and say no. You start your turn outside. It's a little.
okay.
It's a little iffy on the distances because that's where you're starting your turn, but
all right.
Totally fine with me.
Okay, bonus action to dash. I'm gonna use 5, 10, 15, 20, so that I still have 25, and I'm going to grab both Karundatrasi and maybe Virla too. Right. I don't want to leave him in the spell circle.
If Virla won't resist, then you don't need to roll on Virla. You just use one action punch, like part of your attack action, 2 punches. You use 1 punch to grab Virla if you want.
Perfect, then I'm going to use my 2...
I'm going to roll to see if Virla resists.
Come on, man.
No, he doesn't.
Thank you.
Cool. For Karundatrasi, you're going to need to make an athletics check.
All right,
I want to use your wisdom instead of strength. So it's be 5 plus
5 instead of 4. I'm not proficient in athletics. If I could use acrobatics instead.
Nope.
Then
this is
perhaps...
breaking a grapple.
Fine. Okay. Any chance I could use insight, DM? Okay.
All right. Hold on. I'm gonna start dragging some ancient dragons onto the board. Hold on.
Okay. Fine. I don't get advantage on this or anything, do I?
Can't think of a reason you would.
Gauntlets of being super strong? No.
Nope.
Okay,
that's
fine.
what makes you strong enough to do it.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll.
Flat 10. I don't think that's gonna do it.
Just a 10 total is not going to break the... I mean, you could roll again if you want to potentially leave Virla behind. You do have... I will say you have 2 punches. It's 2 attempts to break the grapple. 1 on Karundatrasi.
Okay.
I'll be okay.
Okay. I don't know. Oh my... 17?
Hold on. DC.
Come on, dude.
DC is 17.
Yeah! Nice. All right, then I'm going to use the remaining 25 of my movement to get that dude out of that spell circle.
All right, drag him. You got
10,
basically
15.
10 feet because you're going at half speed with him. But
okay,
You can... Kyana, think of he can rotate around anywhere, right? You can spin him around to any square you're adjacent to. So go wherever you want to go, and then
10,
I'll put him
10.
in. You want to put him
I'm just dragging
out
him
here?
Yeah. Just
Perfect.
as long as he's out of the circle.
That is a bunch of ice, by the way, but it's not difficult terrain. You're just sliding in your little monk slippers.
It's like that
you
cave.
got
My sticky monk slippers that adhere.
So you're fine,
Yeah.
actually.
So he's just gently sliding along the ground while I'm fine.
He's still completely incapacitated, but you have removed him from, the glow from the rune circle dies down.
Good. Okay, now we just gotta get Virla out of there before something terrible happens. But that was my movement, my action, and my bonus action. So that's everything for me.
Ha-cha-cha. Yeah, like a bolt. Dani, you didn't even see it coming. You feel the wind go past and blow your hair as Kyana slides in, grabs Karundatrasi with both arms, pulls him up like he's affixed to the floor by invisible, mycelium threads, rips him up and pulls him away. Amazing. Dani, it is the start of your turn. Please make a wisdom saving throw.
You gotta get out of range of this fungus thing, man.
I rolled another 19 minus 1, so I do.
Oh, thank God.
Are you kidding me?
I got a new dice set recently, Falling Rocks dice on Etsy. Shout out, because your dice is rolling amazing.
What would you like to do?
I'm gonna turn to the deer and be like, we got the guy, go on, get! Like, you know, like, is it Old Yeller where he's like, go on, buddy, you know, I can't do this. What's the movie where he tells the dog to go away?
Yeah.
You know?
I don't think that's Old Yeller.
No, he doesn't tell Old Yeller to go away. He shoots him.
That's not the sad part of Old Yeller.
What's the movie with the dog where he's like, you gotta go on, buddy, go away.
Get out, you dumb animal.
Yeah.
I hate you. Is that what you need to hear?
I hate you.
I don't watch
Is
sad
that
dog
Pete's
movies.
Dragon?
Yeah, no sad dog movies here.
Well, why not?
Anyway, that's what I'm trying to do that to the elk. I'm like, go get the chick! And then I'll sidestep so I'm directly in line with this guy. I forgot to pet my hand. And I'm going to use my bonus action to fire on him with the Force Ballista.
Okay.
You want to move out of melee
You're still
range,
at disadvantage. Yeah, if you want to move out, you'll get an attack of opportunity, of course,
an
but
attack
you'll...
of opportunity on me, so I'm taking the disadvantage. I trust my dice.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay. Does a 17 hit?
Yeah, 17 hits.
He's a
Oh my
big pile
God.
of goop.
I can't believe I gave
not very
Dani
dexterous.
a gun.
That's not, I haven't
Yes.
even used
Never
it
Yes,
yet.
did.
She's got a gun.
Yep.
2d8. Plus he gets pushed back 5 feet, which I think should take him out of melee with
Yeah.
me.
Nope, he moved back into the space he was in, so you just pushed him back to 15 feet away, which is exactly how far his reach is.
I thought he was already...
No, he moved back in on his turn.
Nope, he was 10 feet away, you pushed him 5 feet back, and on his turn, he just
Gotcha.
slid forward again.
Well, he just took 12 points of force damage.
Alright, he doesn't love that.
Does the spell circle still look active at all?
Nope,
Okay.
No?
but he's still alive.
You said it doesn't look active, but he's still alive?
Correct. The spell circle seems dead, but the slime is still alive.
Gotcha. In that case, I could just focus on him. I will... He did acid to us before, so I get the impression that he probably won't be too hurt by acid. So,
Who's to say?
do I?
Yeah. D&D, internally logically sound.
This thing has so much more speed than I thought, too. By the way, I just keep describing it as a slime. It does have, like, pink eyeballs. I feel like I should have mentioned that.
Oh.
Ew.
Yeah, it's got a little bunch of eyes along
Yeah,
it that have
no, that
opened
was that's very crucial for
Shoot those for massive damage, bro.
Yeah, I completely forgot
Yeah.
about that, by the way. Small detail. It's green, fuzzy mold, but also does have pink eyes, and it's looking at you right now, Dani.
Yeah, so I'm
God.
going to cast Thunder Wave, which also does force which well just thunder damage, but also has a push effect if he fails a DC 16 con save. It's a 15-foot cube, sweeps out from me. Can I angle it so it doesn't hit Finbar?
Actually, you can. Yeah, that is how cubes work.
Okay.
So,
So
con save?
yep, DC 16.
Ba-do-do-do-do-do. He's got Constitution saving throws. 22.
Okay, well he still takes half damage. He just doesn't get pushed. I do add my extra D8 for Artificer spells to this, so this is 3D8 total on this attack.
Of course, why wouldn't it be?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
good. 16 points of thunder damage.
Damn. Wait, he succeeds. It's a cantrip, right? Or is it? No, it's a spell.
It's a spell, so he takes
Yeah.
half that, and he doesn't get pushed.
So he takes eight.
He takes 8.
Cool.
Okay.
All right, not bad. That does go through the thunder. You see the whole thing kind of shudders and ripples a little bit from a sonic wave that goes off.
Be dead already! And that's the end of my turn.
In my head now, I can't see it as anything but
Amazing.
like a really weird Muppet. Like a.
Finbar, you're entering the space. I'm going to consider you not have starting your turn within 30 feet of it. Please,
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Okay, so Wally knows what this thing is. It is currently in the doorway.
Yep,
Okay.
Take him down.
it's working.
On the flip side, Finbar has an intelligence of 7 and has never seen this thing a day. in
Finbar
his
has
life.
no idea what this thing's up to.
Okay. All right. Be a good sport, Wally. All right. So Kyana has Kurinatrasi.
got
Viola's halfway in the room. Dani's trying to swat at this ooze. Oh God. And
Yes,
Dani
indeed.
just told me to go get
Get
Elise.
the chick!
Get, go on.
Finbar thinks they've got the So, Finbar thinks they've got it under control. He was worried about the crew. But at least Kyana's there to help now.
Oh, I can't believe you juked me. I can't believe you did this to me.
You broke your ankles.
I'm going to send a mental message to Kyana.
Yeah?
Take care of them, please.
What? Okay.
Finbar being a martyr? Wow, I can't believe you're all shocked.
He's dipping. I'm going to action dash.
Get the girl.
Go
All right,
get
peace out, Finn. Finn
And he's off
exits
the map
combat.
again, baby!
God damn. Now the action economy is all stilted. One of us is definitely gonna die now.
I think I still have one healing potion on me. Or maybe I used that last game, actually.
All right, Finbar. I liked you and Kyana's dramatic return was, as I said, dramatic. Obviously, you know, there's a little bit of knowledge of what was going on there. I'm totally fine with that. But I'm going to say, if you're leaving the combat now, this represents Finbar leaving. No turning back in a couple rounds if we start hitting death saves.
Now, why would we be doing that when we're so clearly winning, DM?
This is Finbar committing to leaving. What does Wally and Finbar want to do?
See, I just know Finbar's not that smart, is the thing. I know Finbar would trust them to handle the situation.
But this is wisdom. This is like an insight. Like, yes, I see that they're winning, but is there something in my gut that says that there might be something?
I'd say also the factor that the last time we fought these weird mushroom things, it whammied those two in a way that was really bad, actually, but took us a while to notice.
Can I roll a wisdom check?
Yeah.
Some sort of insight check for Finbar to figure out whether or not he'll stay or go.
Just seeing a little this action will have consequences
I would love
message
for you to roll a
pop up.
wisdom check, Finbar, and I'd love for you, Wally, to set the DC for what you think Finbar has to roll to stay or go.
Okay.
That's on my character playlist.
Finbar.
For a different character.
There will be trouble.
Okay. I'm going to set 16. I think.
Right. If you hit a 16, are you going or staying?
If I hit a 16, because I know what this monster is. That's the thing.
If you hit a 16, you'll stay.
Yes, I'll stay.
Wisdom
if I
check.
hit a 16, I'll stay.
I don't know what this monster is, and you being so nervous is making me nervous.
Take him.
See, because I don't know if Austin will do it. Oh, God. Okay, all right, 16. Yeah, here we go. I have a plus 7 to this.
You have a plus 7. This is a wisdom. I want you to do a straight wisdom check.
Straight wisdom check. Okay, I have a plus 4 to this then.
All right, plus 4.
Okay. 12 or
right.
higher. What do we got?
To 14.
Bye, Finbar. Save Elise, baby.
Oh shit!
Save Elise, and if you see Davian, send him down here.
As a deer, just like gesture at him. He'll know what it means.
I have been walking
It is
a
okay,
rematch, you
Finbar.
son of a bitch,
We will
fungus.
see you when we are finished.
He nods.
Sure.
Dips.
All right. Finbar leaves the combat. It is the Alkalith's turn.
Here we go, baby.
Having been...
I'm in
stuff is
danger.
changing. Battlefield is changing. Yeah. There's no longer the person powering the ritual. So, it's not very smart, but it will just kill things that are being a problem for it.
Bye, guys. It was nice knowing you.
Dani, I swear to God.
Oh, I should have... Hold on. You remember why I said it was a 22 con save before? I meant 30. I did that wrong.
What? Con save for what?
The thunder wave that she did, I forgot. He should have rolled at advantage because he's magic resistance.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, we're gonna make some tentacle attacks. So here we go. Dani, how many hit points are you at?
26.
Okay. First roll. Does a 15 hit?
That is my AC, but I will use my reaction to use my last spell slot and bring my AC up to 20.
Your last spell slot.
It drops to the floor and moves right up against you.
Mm-hmm.
No!
It'll make a second tentacle attack. It's only a 10.
Doesn't hit.
It'll make its final third tentacle attack.
That should be 20.
22 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
It's 18 acid damage to you.
I'm still alive.
Okay.
Danny's alive.
But it's not sealing the door anymore, right?
Yeah, it was never really like sealed. It was like over the archway. Really, yes. I should say actually, you have a good assessment of it. It was never, it's not like it completely blocked you guys in, but it was definitely stretching across the entryway there. And since you've pulled Karun Dentrasi off, it's doing that less. And in fact, has kind of given up on doing whatever that was.
Okay.
Okay.
Amazing. That ends the alchemist's turn. Now it is Virla. You are well out of range. What would you like to do for your turn?
Get out. I think. Yeah.
Get out of the spell circle in the room?
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
It's it would be an action to pick Dani up and get out, right?
She's currently
Correct.
in melee. That might get weird, but yeah.
Okay.
It would just get an attack of opportunity on whoever is not forcing the movement. So in this case, Virla.
Yeah, which I get disadvantage. Which they get disadvantage on because of my, Scarf of Speed.
They get disadvantage on attacks of opportunity against you?
I believe so. Yeah.
That's a great magic item.
Yeah.
It is.
I
This is
wonder
the
who
first
gave
time
it
I've
to
used
him.
it. It's been like 11 episodes since I got it, and I haven't used it once until now. Okay, no, what I'll do is I'll just calmly speedwalk.
Whoa.
As a free action, I will just tell Dani we will exit together.
Okay. Virla, before you do that, could I get you to make a wisdom saving throw?
Oh, yeah, sure. That makes sense.
Oh, should I have made one on my turn?
Before you take that course of action.
Oh, wait, it hasn't been my turn yet. The alkalisk just punched me a bunch.
All right.
This is not the range for the alkalisk. This is something else, actually, that I'm doing to Virla.
Thanks.
Wisdom saving throw, 18.
Yep, so those are the course of actions you take.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
I am flying in the face of the DM right now.
You
third
guys,
level.
this has been the session of flying in the face of the DM, but I still got 3 sessions after this one, so
Yeah,
I'm not
that's
too
true.
worried.
He's just saving
All right,
all
so
of it.
you make your way there, Virla, and you gonna do anything else?
Yeah, action, cast Vampiric Touch, and I'm gonna.
All right. Try to
punch.
touch this guy.
Yeah. All right. 19.
That will hit.
Okay, awesome. So this is 3d6 necrotic damage, and I gain half of what that damage is. Ooh, that was a 4 and a 6.
Nice.
And a 3. Okay, 13, 6 for me.
All right.
13
necrotic
damage for him,
does
6
not
points of
resist.
healing for me.
Part of it just crumbles into dust and like spores, but actually just ash drifts away as you touch out and touch this like fuzzy green surface.
How rough is it looking?
I don't know. It's all right. It's pretty good.
Thanks.
Honestly.
Great.
It's doing pretty
Okay.
good.
Fantastic.
Speaking of Kyana, what would you like to do?
We're booking it for the exit. I'm booking it for the exit with Karun Dentrasi in my arms. I'm not as fast as I want to be because I'm carrying the guy. Also, what would it take to, like, as a medicine check to, like, just, is he okay? Can I stabilize him?
Action for medicine checks.
Okay, then I won't be able to speedy boy us around. Okay, well, minimum I'm going to use my action to move us away from the nightmare spell circle. No, sorry, not my action, my movement, which is currently halved to 20, I guess?
Correct, yes.
Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20. Can you scooch him, please?
I would
DM?
love to scooch this boy.
Thank you so much.
So you drag him over a barrel of fish.
Hey, I'm just hopping over it. It's fine. If I 530.
His head just hits the barrel as you jump
Okay.
over.
even if I ran for it full tilt, I wouldn't actually be able to exit the room this round. So I'm willing to burn my action on a medicine check just to see if, how
Cool.
fucked is he?
Go ahead, roll a medicine check.
Okay, dirty 19.
Alive, stable. Condition-wise, he's incapacitated, and there's something wrong medically with him. There's no way to tell if it's
Shocker.
or something, but
Okay,
that's what's up.
but he's alive
He's not
and
dying in your arms.
Good. That's nice. It would be very inconvenient if that was happening. Then I'm going to use my bonus action to dash closer to. It's between me and the door, and I don't want to put the guy they were just trying to melt within spitting distance of the gross fungus thing.
Kiana's been carrying a lot of people this season.
I have,
Kyana
and this
in the
guy
season
twice.
of carrying things,
And this guy twice.
including
Yeah,
the team.
if I had a nickel, all right. 5, 10,
nickel for every time
15.
by a bobbit.
20. Let's scooch the boy up on this crate of watermelons, it looks like.
There's a watermelon on there. Yeah.
Okay, just for decoration. Yeah, I'm cutting a wide breath, and that was my bonus action, Step of the Wind, and I don't like anything that's happening right now. At all. But if we're actually trying to expeditious retreat out of here, like we probably should have done last time with Riggs, I'm all for it.
Amazing.
So that's
Dani,
my whole turn.
Okay.
It starts your turn. Please make a wisdom saving throw.
Hell yeah. Let's see if my luck holds out. Natural 20.
Yeah, baby!
No!
The psychic retaliation
Okay.
destroys it where it
Fucking hell.
stands.
All right. You save against the foment confusion.
All right. Seeing that we are all booking it, Dani will 5, 10 around, and I'm going to use my action to disengage so that
Okay.
I can book it without getting any opportunity attacks. And I'm going to continue my full movement out of the room. So,
All right. So that's
I
10.
have
So
20
you
more
have 20
feet.
more feet. You're 20 feet out of the room. I will keep track of that.
Okay.
Why?
But I
Is it
am
going to be relevant?
still going to use my bonus action to fire with the Force Ballista on it. Now, not at disadvantage because I'm out of its melee range.
Okay.
But I'm just running directly back from it, so it's just a straight line.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That is a 26 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay, it's going to be 2d8. That's 10 points of force damage, and it gets pushed 5 feet back. Oh, I'm sorry. 14 points of force damage. It gets pushed 5 feet back. I forgot to add the 4.
Okay. Hold on. 4. Okay. Ooh, he's starting to be whelmed now.
Good.
Stop
Is that
trying to
into
make
turn,
whelmed
Dani?
thing. We all watched Young Justice.
It's not a thing. No.
You ain't
Everyone
slick.
should
We
watch
know
Young
what you're
Justice,
talking
correct.
Well,
All right.
parts of it.
Alkalet's turn. You are 20 feet away out of the door, which means that you are outside of its melee range, and thus it will use all 3 of its attacks against Firla.
No!
Okay.
Mila!
No! Stop being okay with this!
I hope you've got shield.
23?
Never mind.
I'll use a reaction to put up shield, but that still hits.
All right, so first damage.
Well, actually, no. I'm sorry. I will not do that. I will not cast shield.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus Christ, I can't believe I just rolled that. 18 10 plus 10 plus 8. Yeah. 18 plus 4, 22
Stop adding
points of
numbers.
acid damage. I had to
Are
do the
you-
math again to make sure I did it right. 22 points of acid damage.
Are you up? Are you still
Firla's
up?
Still up.
Okay.
What's your mat? What do you have?
Don't tell
that.
it. I don't want to know.
It's a 26 to hit. For the viewers, I'm rolling every single one of these in front of the board. 26 to hit is going to be... Oh, okay, that's less good damage. 17 points of acid damage.
Sorry.
What you got? What you got?
Absorb elements? Question mark.
Even with absorb elements, that'll still get me down to 0.
Absorb elements,
Wait,
the
do you
first
have
one.
absorb elements, Firla?
I do. That's why I didn't do shield.
You know that makes you
wanted-
resistant for a whole round, right?
Yeah.
It
would have
does?
hit every single
No.
attack.
Shit!
Yeah.
It was. Fuck.
It would have been. It would have
I
done
thought it
every
was just
single
for that
attack.
one
All right,
turn.
okay.
Oh,
Hold on.
well.
What was
So-
the first damage? First damage was 22.
22.
22,
Yes.
so it would be
So
it would've been
half
11.
that to 11.
Half to 11.
I did that. I meant to do that. That's
Yeah,
why
yeah,
I didn't do
it's
shield
fine,
audience.
it's fine,
Please
everything's
believe
fine.
me. I'm
And
okay.
What did I just say? 17?
Yes.
17 half to 8.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
As you spend
So
your reaction.
11.
Keeping in mind, though, there's no shield now, so this guy
Yes. I do realize that.
does have a good chance of hitting you. Here we go. Final tentacle attack. That's a 14 to hit.
If I had shield, that wouldn't hit.
But you'd be down, so
I
it
mean,
wouldn't
that's,
matter.
Okay,
Yeah,
but you would have been definitely done if you didn't
Yes,
use
I
absorb
would have.
elements. Whereas this way, there's a chance you live. So here we go. Dice
Yeah.
roll on. That's 13 plus 4, another 17 points of acid damage, half to 8.
That gets me exactly down to 0.
But that's okay. That's okay. He doesn't immediately fail a death save because he gets whacked.
You see,
This turn.
he would actually immediately fail 2 death saves for being within 5 feet.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it would be his turn. In any case, Virla gets, you see, an acid scar goes fully across the
God damn it.
block one with your arm. Acid scar goes across. You cast absorb elements and stop the worst of it. But the second one comes and hits you, and you have now a burn across your forearm, and then an acid burn across your torso as you spin down. It finally down to the ground onto the metal on icy stairs, and your turn comes up. Virla, I need you to please make a death save.
Potential. Sorry, just to clarify, I have 2 fails right now.
No,
No,
you
you
would.
don't.
No.
Because
You have 0.
If
Okay,
it
yes,
had been
right.
a melee attack that while you were unconscious, then it
if you
would
hadn't done absorb
okay.
elements,
You
that would have been
are-
what happens.
All right.
Exactly. You're at
Oh,
0
jeez.
right now.
Thank you, Austin, for being so forgiving of my missteps so far.
Hey, listen, I think that it's I think it's immersion breaking to assume your character doesn't understand his abilities better than you, Noir, the person, do, right?
been a while,
Virla is Virla 24/7 and understands his capabilities. Now, that being said, if a pattern emerges where you're forgetting something, that's that's different. But as we're as we learn lessons, it only makes sense Virla would understand what his spells do better than Noir possibly could, since he's a regular person who has to live in the real world.
Thanks. I appreciate that. I rolled a 2.
All right.
So you fail.
That
Yeah.
is 1 fail, but if it had been a 1, you're on a roll.
we gotta get him out of there this round, because otherwise.
I know.
Would've been 2 fails.
I'm doing the. Oh
Kiana,
boy.
you start your
Yeah.
turn within 30 feet of it.
Oh,
Please make a wisdom saving throw.
sure. I'd love to. And you know what? Just for you, I'll make it with advantage because of my various things.
Holy shit, I forgot you're as a Calstar, you get advantage on wisdom saving throws.
Yeah,
Please go
baby.
and roll.
I will.
Team, I'm sorry. I think I leapt into this combat not totally prepared.
Roll number 1. 15. Roll number 2. 17.
Do you add anything
What's
to
the total?
Yes, that's what I'm adding. 17.
Oh no.
Do I fail?
So 17 is the total.
17 is the total.
You do fail, but you do not fail. There's 2 DCs on this. You meet the first DC. So the buzzing noise that enters your mind begins to distract you. Does not take control of you in any way. Does not mess with your ability to make decisions. But you will have disadvantage on either the next attack roll, saving throw, or ability check. So basically, whatever the next D20 you roll, you're gonna have disadvantage on that first roll.
Great. Good to know.
So it could be worse.
Sure could be. I mean, I hate to do it, but if it comes down between dragging Kurundatrasi and getting
Yeah.
Virla out of danger, I gotta leave Kurundatrasi perched on this box for a hot minute.
Not within range of the.
Just
the
push him
outdoor-
behind the box so he's like slightly hidden.
Can I just nudge him? I mean, the thing is, it halves my speed so badly. Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I could close with Virla.
I mean, your speed can't. The thing is, your speed can't be halved again, right? Like if
Yeah.
you're just carrying 2 of them,
Right,
you're just gonna
but-
be at half speed.
The problem is just to get to Virla, it would be too much, I think.
Keep in mind, your arms have a 10-foot reach, and thus you can.
Oh,
grab
you're
10
right.
feet away.
Okay, so I can grab
So
Maybe Dani has something.
30, 35, 40, and I can
lawful neutral DM.
drag us both
I do actually have an
into
idea.
the corridor.
Nor.
There's been a.
Okay, then what
I
I'm gonna
love
do...
counting
yeah.
out squares for how far you can run in a combat. That's.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
5, 10, 15, 20. Grabbing Virla with my stretchy Looney Tunes arms. Then, using my action...
Oh, you're leaving Karun? Are you taking
No,
Karun
I'm bringing
Atrocity or
Karun
leaving?
Atrocity. I just can't move him on the map because it won't
All right,
let me.
yep.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Yes, and
Go on.
then with both... what does it take to grab him?
He's unconscious, so it would just take one punch.
One action? But I'd still need to use my action to attack him.
Yep, you'd have to
Basically.
use your action. You get 2 punches. You can use 1 to grab Virla.
If you
And the
succeed
first
on
one
that,
is on...
You could use the second to stunning strike the Alkalith.
That's a good point. The first one is a disadvantage because of the thingy.
You're just gonna grab Virla. He's unconscious.
Yes, so I don't need to roll.
So you don't need to roll.
Okay.
The punch
Good.
against the Alkalith, if you want
I'm
to
not
punch him,
gonna
it's gonna
do
be a
that.
disadvantage.
I don't trust
okay.
punching anything that's acidic.
I want to be clear though. Your next D20 roll is going to be a disadvantage.
I know.
So it's this punch or it's something else in the future.
I know.
You could
Okay.
you could burn the disadvantage right now, whether or not you hit, is what he's saying.
That's true. The thing is, I mean, yeah, if I use my second punch, I may as well give it a shot. Right?
You're already
What
there.
could possibly go wrong? Yeah, okay, sure.
I don't know what could go wrong. I'm sure
Bro,
nothing.
I'm already on a razor's edge right now. I don't need your sass. Unfortunately, I rolled very well. 22.
Cool. You hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Great. 1d6 plus 5 force damage, and yes, I will burn a key point on a stunning strike. 6 points of force damage, and he needs to make a DC 16 con save.
He rolls a 20, and how many force damage?
Just 6.
6. All right. He does roll 20, so he saves on the stun.
Okay. I tried.
It.
But that's okay. That was my use my movement, my action. I can't use a bonus action to disengage and use my Step of the Wind to dash us up the corridor, so I am going to accept a hit when I get us out of the threatened area. As long as I bowl these two down the corridor, I don't care. 5, 10, 15, 20 will take me and my 2 burdens off the map. Just
Yes,
barely.
it will. 20 feet off the map, which will get you an attack of opportunity from the creature as you leave its range.
Yes, unfortunately, my telekinetic reprisal has a range of only 10 feet, so I think if it hits me,
Correct.
It won't affect
It hits you as you leave from 15.
Right, which is a shame.
So that's its reach. I only rolled a 15 to hit you, though.
Ha! That misses!
Okay, there we go.
Whew! All right,
Amazing.
okay. I got both Virla and Karun Atrocity out with me.
Cool.
So
Dani,
I can't move them, but they're also off the map with me.
Yes, Dani. You are 20 feet outside the room, and the creature is 10 feet from the edge, which puts you within 30 feet of it. I need you to please make me a wisdom saving throw at the start of your turn.
Come on, Falling Rocks dice, don't fail me now. God.
If you roll another 20, I don't even know what I'll do.
We avert the calamity.
What would you do if I rolled another
avert the
19?
Yes!
You rolled
Holy
another
shit.
19?
I'm never
Take your
retiring
turn,
this
man.
dice.
Girl, you gotta check this die for, weights. After the session, though.
Yeah. Right now, everything's legal.
Refusing to fall back under the same hypnotic fungal spell
I
that you've
already
been under
had a
that caused
bad
you to attack your
mushroom trip
friends.
once. I'm not doing it again.
What are you going to do?
Okay, a few questions. One, the entrance to this freezer thing, it's not sealed, there's no doors or anything, it's just like an archway?
There are doors. They're very big.
Interesting.
They're open currently.
Interesting.
They're 20 feet across on each side. It's probably going to be a bit if you want to open one of them up.
What about closing one of them up?
It's also going to be a bit. You're going to need a whole movement and an action just to close one of these doors,
Gotcha.
probably.
Gotcha.
They're enormous. Just to run and get to one of them is going to take a ton of movement.
Okay, and does it look like because the place is under high alert, is there any sort of, communications looking thing around us? Or, way to signal to above floors that shit's going down here?
Nothing more than an alarm that's blaring.
And how far away is the entrance?
What? We're out in the corridor past the entrance.
Yeah,
to the
you're out in the
room.
corridor now. How far is the entrance
Exit
to the guild
to
hall?
to get out of the immediate danger zone if this thing is pursuing us. when can we get up high enough that like other people might be around, and or
it's evacuate. You got to get out of the basement. That's going to be several rounds.
Do you have any ability to make some kind of wall that would fill the corridor behind us?
I have cantrips and my cannon currently.
Fantastic.
Is there anything that looks collapsible in this cannon, in this, like, the entrance? Like, not the doors themselves, but, like, is this stone? Is this metal? What am I working with in this outside area? Because we've left the map, so I'm not quite sure what I'm looking at this point.
It's stone. I mean, a shatter would have done it. As it is, maybe there's something you could do. You could definitely damage stone if you could get the whole thing to collapse. Pretty unclear.
This thing's not smart, right?
It's very dumb.
It's a green fuzz with pink eyes.
It's what came to life on the Muppet construction floor after they left a bunch of felt and some stray eyeballs around.
And I'm surrounded by, like, food items, right? Like, there's, like, is there any sort of, like, fruit or piece of meat or something that maybe looks, or, like, a small animal that's been killed?
A small animal that's been killed. There is a bunch of, like, there's, like, frozen fish and, like, fruits and stuff stacked on shelves.
I'm gonna try something.
I would love to know where this train of thought's going.
Maybe
I think I can guess.
A little risky. I want to grab, like, one of those fish or something that looks like at one point it may have been alive. And
okay.
I'm gonna take...
They are back in the room. They're in the freezer. You're leaving.
Okay, is there anything around me within reaching range that would maybe fit that bill?
No.
Okay.
Girl, we're in a hallway.
Okay, well,
I worked so hard on this room, on this map.
Please just hit it. Please just push it farther away.
I can only
Just
push
push it
it
further away
5
and
feet
run.
at a time, but, like...
5 feet is better than no
Yeah,
feet.
but Kyana moves so slowly with the guys that I don't know. Well, I guess she's got her bonus. All right.
I can get 60 feet in one round if I don't have to do other stuff.
Okay. All right.
So now that I've got them both,
Well, I hope the alcoholic
can get
can't
all the
move
way
that far, because I'll use my bonus action, fire on it with the Force Ballista.
okay.
Does an 18 hit?
An 18 will hit.
Okay, so that's 2d8. Gets pushed 5 feet back, and takes 15 points of force damage.
He's below half.
Below half? That's great.
I will
love to
use
see
my
it.
action to dash, and I will use my full movement and my dash to keep going down the hallway.
Wait. Maybe don't do that.
All right.
I can't do any. Look, either I'm running these guys as fast as I can, or I'm
Either,
okay.
I need
You know
to know,
what? It's fine. It's fine.
Are we as a group
I don't think-
running as fast as we can, or do you
we
want
are
me
running,
to stay
but-
and damage the thing? Because I have a movement of 30 feet, so I can dash 60,
No, I'm not-
and I have to use my action for that. So if we're running, I'm
not
committing
saying,
to running.
Okay, fine. I'm not saying stay and do damage. It's more like I'm carrying 2 people and one of them is making death saves. There might be something you can do about that.
I have no ability to heal. If I could, I would, but I have nothing on
I
me.
have a healing potion, but that's
Dude, I
fantastic.
didn't
Okay.
guess.
I have
Anyone
one.
have a healing potion?
Yes, I'm gonna use it when the time comes.
Okay, in that case, Kiana's right. She's struggling with stuff. I won't use my action to dash. I will move my 30 feet. I'm gonna Hail Mary an action here because I don't have a lot I can do as it stands. I'm gonna take one of my crossbow bolts that I never use because I don't use my crossbow ever out of my bag. And I just want to make sure this is an action before I do it.
It's an action to shoot.
I'm not shooting.
Oh, of course.
Magical tinkering is where I imbue an object with, like, a property, like giving it, like, the ability to just do a 6-second message is what I use in the boomerang. Mm-hmm. It doesn't specify how long... Oh, wait, as an action. Okay, great. Oh, no, wait. That's ending the thing early. Hold on one sec. Artisan's tools in hand. I have the fluctuator. Okay, as an action. Yeah. So I'm going to use an action to just grab this bolt on my arm. I want to try and chuck it past the creature, imbuing it with just like a scream. Like, I'm just going to scream and chuck it, and then I'm going to stop screaming when I release it, and so it has the message of the scream, and just see if I can distract this. Just street smarts. To try and draw attention away from Kyana with the 2 nearly dead guys and
Yeah.
If she has to use her action.
Roll a deception check at disadvantage. It has eyes, it can see. You're just trying to distract it with a screaming crossbow.
Yep.
Cool.
I don't know if it's going to do a 15.
At disadvantage, you
very
rolled a
smart.
deception of 15?
Well, I rolled a natural 20 and a 14, and I have a +1 to deception, so I'm pissed about half of it.
God. Send me a picture of your dice. They're labeled 10 to 20 twice.
This baby right here. It's very pretty.
No, still 14 shocked me, but no. Yeah, I'm sorry. A 14 is still not enough to, distract.
It was 15
total.
Oh,
It says +1.
Sorry, a 15 is still not enough to distract a, hungry fungus that can, again, it has
that was a Hail Mary.
It's not blind.
I'm 30 more feet back than I was. Kyana, you better run, because I got
Yep.
nothing.
You're 50 feet out into the hallway, and it is the Alphalith's turn. Kyana is 20 feet out, and then an additional 5, 10, 15. So that's 35. The creature has more than enough movement to get up to you.
This is really, really bad, actually.
Yeah.
How many hit points do you have, Kyana?
I have 30.
30?
Yes.
Yes, this is very, very bad. Yes, I'm going to let you guys know he has a +8 to hit with these rolls. So what's your current armor class, Kyana?
My armor class is 18. He has a 50-50 shot.
Do you have ways?
It's a
Do you have
50-50 shot on
evasion
each
to
of
reduce
these.
the damage? Like, can you do?
I have evasion if there's a dex save involved.
It's no death
Yeah.
saves, yep. It's just going to swing at the living, breathing thing. It's not going to try to hit any of the other guys. No, so if it was smarter, it might try to just drag Corund and Trossi back, but it's got a -2 intelligence. All right, here we go. It's going to be a 12 + 8 for a dirty 20.
That'll hit.
That's 11 points of acid damage on the first hit.
Okay, Gift of the Gem Dragon. My reaction. Telekinetic
Oh, shit.
Reprisal.
He's close enough, yes.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, he got close enough to you.
DC 16 strength save, please.
Oh,
And please be
I don't
bad
think
at
this
it.
guy excels at strength saves. He's got a +1.
Give it a shot.
15.
Just fails. DC 16.
+1. No,
Takes-
that was 14 +1.
Okay. 2d8 force damage and is pushed up to 10 feet away from me.
Okay.
If it hit me as soon as it got in range, it's out of range now, baby.
It is a
It does have 40 feet of movement, so it will move back, but...
It just moved.
Actually, I'm going
It
to do... Sorry, hold on. It can split movement now. I'm actually going to do the math to make sure. But first, go ahead and roll your damage. We're going to see how much damage he takes.
6 force damage.
Takes 6 force damage. All right. And you push him back 10 feet?
Yes.
Well, actually, what's the range on that?
It's 10 feet. If he attacks me when he's within 10 feet of me.
10 feet. Okay. So we'll assume he was within 10 feet. He has a 15-foot reach. So we'll assume he got within 10 feet, so you could use that. You push him 10
Right.
feet back. So he moved 5, 10, he moved 15, and then he moved to get within 10 feet of you, moved another 10, so he's moved 25 so far. And then you push him back.
10 more
He
feet.
needs to move 10 again to get back in range. That's 35. He's still going to be within range.
Okay. It was
That's a
still
good
cool,
try,
though. Thank
But you heard him. You did
I
hurt him.
did. Yep.
Yeah, the arms come out, shove this thing back, shudders, and then starts to slide again. All right, second attack. Here we go. That is a 7 + 8 for 15.
That is not going to hit.
New dice. Here we go. It's a 14 + 8.
Well, that is going to hit. Yeah. Basically, if you rolled a 10 or higher, he was going to hit me.
Yep. 17 points of acid damage.
I have 2 hit points left, bitch.
Kyana goes down.
And that's you're done, right? You're done? That's everything?
That was all
You got
3
it all out of
attacks.
your system?
That's all 3
Okay.
attacks.
Jesus
Virla,
H.
please make a death
Christmas.
save.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
I'm not gonna use this. This was the die that gave me a 2. I'm not using that one. Okay, 17.
Ah, okay. All right.
That's a save.
Save. 1 on 1.
He's 1 and
Yeah.
1.
Kiana, please make a wisdom saving throw at the start of your turn.
You bitch, okay?
Come on, Kyana, you're good at these. You're the wisest of all of us.
Yeah, but my save, I don't have a proficiency with saving throw. It's only +5.
Ooh.
Oh, holy fuck! I'm
Double
sorry.
nat 20s?
I got double nat 20s!
That's what I'm
Eat
talking
my
about.
ass,
Yes.
fungus!
Please describe.
Don't
You
do
have
that,
your entire
fungus.
turn. You have your entire turn in front of you, and here's what's up. I'm gonna level with you right now. This thing has
Yes.
40 feet of movement, so as long as you guys are moving slower than 40 feet around, it can keep up with you. And actually, if Dani hits it with a bonus action every time, it has 35 feet of movement. If you can continue moving more than 35 around, what will happen is it'll just have to keep dashing after you, and you guys will escape. So essentially, what's happening right now is, what's your speed carrying both of these people if you use all of your shit?
Because my base speed is 45, and it's halved when I'm burdened. If I use my action and my bonus action, Step of the Wind, and my movement, it's 60 around.
Okay.
So I can outrun it.
If you move more than 35 on this round, then, and Dani's far enough away, if you move more than 35 on this round, then that essentially ends the combat. It's going to dash after you, you guys are going to dash, and we're not going to play out every single movement. Therefore,
okay, good.
It's just you guys are going to dash until you escape into the streets and there's other people. Essentially, is what's going to happen.
Fantastic.
So,
in that case, what I'm going to do, instead of going all the way with all the 60s, I'm going to use one of those things to give Virla a healing potion so he can stop making death saves, please. I have one potion of healing, and I'm just like pop it out with one of my extra arms and like sling it over my shoulder.
Totally do that. Go ahead. Roll 2d4 plus 2.
Yes, and because, DM, you said that if I do more than 35 in a round, and I'm going to do 40 by only sacrificing like my action to do that, we're okay, right? And you said 2d4.
Okay.
Good. 2d4
it is going
plus.
To take, it is going to take one attack of opportunity on you.
Wait a minute. Okay.
Melee.
Oh,
yep.
but sorry. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. I really don't want to risk Virla rolling a nat 1. And I also just rolled double 4s on that d4, but I could bonus action disengage and not go down.
On
and
your
just
next,
guarantee.
If you go down, we're going to have a really hard time getting out of this.
I'm sorry, Virla. I'm sorry.
Yeah, here's the math on it. Is you can either guarantee Virla's safety and risk the attack of opportunity, or
which would not
you can
guarantee Virla's safety.
Yes. Yeah, you could bonus action disengage, dash away, and then on your next turn, action feed on the potion, bonus action dash, and continue your 40 feet of movement.
Yes, that's gonna be the move. I'm just don't roll a nat 1 or I'm gonna feel terrible, and that is a promise.
All right. Dani, if you would like to do something, I assume you're, like I said, if you keep that more than 35 feet of movement up, then you're gonna be fine. So if you want to keep using your action to dash,
bonus action ballista.
Cool. Bonus action ballista. That is actually, you have to hit with the bonus action ballista because that is included in the needing to go 35 feet.
Yep, that's 18 to hit.
Yes.
That will hit.
Okay, 2d8 plus 4.
Barely. This thing has a great AC.
Okay, that is 13 points of force damage.
Okay.
How's it looking?
It's pretty bad. It's under a third.
Gross.
Before I use my movement to run 30 feet, I'm gonna feel like a warmth coming up from the tattoo that I got, that spell-wrought tattoo. And Dani's gonna reach out.
Yeah, you are.
And send a little that explodes in this kitchen into a fireball. Because I could choose a point within range. It's a 20-foot radius sphere. Can I put it far enough back that it won't hit Kyana and the others?
Please.
Absolutely. The range in it is awesome. Dani, I will remind you that this means you're not action dashing, and thus it will be able to get within melee of you.
Dani, no!
Can you get out on your turn?
Yes, but I gotta choose between doing that and feeding Virla potion. Look, we have a chance to just end the combat. Me?
Technically,
I have 2 hit points left, man. If anything hits me, all 3 of us go down.
Yeah.
Also, fireball only targets creatures. If you want to bring the room down on it, technically fireball doesn't hit.
Yeah, fireball is not a destroying structures type
my
spell.
My intent was to see if I could get this thing down so that it wasn't chasing us, but if it's not, doesn't seem like that's possible, and Kyana can get out and not die, like, because you just used on your last turn.
Kyana's
you just.
I'm
sorry,
I
I'm
really
a little
like
bit.
the drama of it.
The order of events is very
important. I can
important.
do another 40 feet of movement and get Virla stabilized and give him some hit
just
points.
ended because I go after you. So you just disengaged and moved out of its melee, right?
He would need to try. Yes, he'd need to use his range to try and catch up, but he can't because we discussed
we're
last
essentially,
round.
We're getting off the grid. We're entering
So Kyana's all.
theater
What
of
I'm
the mind
asking is,
chase
Kyana
where
is already off the grid. There's not a chance that it's going to
Kyana's
hit
safe.
her. Okay, so then.
Correct.
In that case, I won't fireball. I'll hold that and run. I thought you had another round before you were out of safety.
No.
Okay.
We just negotiated this.
Yeah, she did that instead of healing Virla.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Yes, correct. You feel the burning on your forearm, but for the first time, Dani chooses not to scorched earth and instead to disengage, get out of there safely. The alkalisk dashes. The only thing before Kyana can use her turn to feed a potion to Virla, the only thing I need is one final death save
more.
from Virla.
Come on, Virla, please don't roll a line.
What did you got?
That's a 12.
Oh, fuck you, dude.
Okay.
You
I
dramatic
was literally like,
motherfucker.
that's a 1
I knew you were gonna
and
do
a
that.
2
I
makes
knew you were
12.
gonna wait so long to say it.
Amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
Amazing.
Let's get out of here.
40
All right,
feet dash,
Kyana.
and you get my
2d4
potion
plus
of
2.
my potion of healing.
So yes.
2d4 plus 2. It's worse than the one I gave up to. All right, 6 points.
Okay.
You're up with 6.
6
You're doing
points
better than
is
me,
higher
baby.
than 0.
Yep.
With
Let me just delete this potion of healing from my inventory. Goodbye.
Kyana taking the lead since you ran down here with Finbar the first time, leading them out. You emerge into a panicked crowd of people fleeing the guild hall.
Smash
panic crowd is
smash
not
the
good.
back
The
basement
slime
door shut.
in the dust behind you,
Yep.
and exit out. People stare, shocked at the paralyzed Karun atrocity that you have. And you see there's a big crystal golem comes over. How can I help you?
Did you see which way a deer went?
Give him to me.
Oh,
Yes, medical attention for this guy.
You lift him up,
Yes.
and Virla, your eyes iris open as the healing potion takes effect, and you see the outside world.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay.
Clothes a lot of clothes wrecked on her, Kyana. A very worse for wear, Dani, and yourself.
There's a horrible slime in the basement.
Do I see any deer tracks?
Oh my god.
Virla, is there anything you want to say?
What's happening?
You're good. We're out. You got whammied pretty good, but you're back up, and that's good. I am so hurt right now. We gotta go find Finbar before he gets himself in trouble.
Where's the fungus that was in the...
It's in the basement. We're hoping somebody in the guild hall can take care of it. We're putting as much distance between us and it as we can.
Agreed. Where's Finbar?
We don't know.
Do I see any deer tracks?
In a city?
Finbar. You leave them behind. Run, maneuver your antlers through the hallways, up the stairs, through the fleeing crowd of people, out into the streets of Sigil. You know where the Hall of the Grand Connoisseur of Hera is. You run there. You run there. Hooves on pavement, past startled onlookers, and arrive at the door.
Is she
What
here?
would you like to do?
So I guess
The door's closed. It's a door to a demiplane. You can't just walk in.
I have to drop the wild shape.
Okay.
And I pound on the door, both hands. Shouting, "Let me in!"
You see, after a minute or two, the door opens and you see everyone there. Master Finbar, I do not believe my the Grand Connoisseur called upon you. What can I help you?
I'm sorry. He's distraught. His heart is
Good heavens,
pounding in
what's
his
the matter?
chest. I'm sorry, Everett. I don't mean to make this such an informal thing, but I need to know where's Elise.
Elise and Hera are currently making their preparations to be underway to the Grand Halls of Typhon in the Elemental Plane of Air. Hera is visiting their family there. Elise is accompanying him as personal chef.
she's under some sort of spell. I don't know what's going on, but she's in danger. And if she's around Hira, he's probably in danger.
That's the right words to say. Saying the hero's in danger thing, you see, like, there's a little incredulous. He's gonna give you an incredulous look, and then you say Hira might be in danger, and he does the quick mental. You've seen him do the quick mental math several times of like, should I allow this and risk getting in trouble for doing this, or don't allow this and risk getting in trouble for not doing it? And this calculation is very fast, and he stands back and opens the door for you to come in.
I kind of grab him, like, there ain't no time for hesitating. We gotta go. And like, where they at? Kitchen's this way, right? It doesn't even wait for him to answer.
Yeah, you barrel through to the kitchen. Or you start going to the kitchen. He says, at this point they should be almost to the gate.
What?
Come with me. You go. He goes to a door you have not entered, and pulls out a key, unlocks a beautiful silver lock. Sigil is the city of doors. There's one down this way, leads to the elemental plane of air. If you hurry, and I assume that's all he gets out before you're going.
Plane of air?
Yeah, because they're going to a gala.
Yeah, there's. He's saying that city of doors. There's doors to many different worlds here.
Right.
There's a door to the elemental plane of air down there. That's the way they're gonna get there. They don't have a spelljammer, right?
Right. Are they like here though?
You don't see them.
He made it sound like they're not.
Go down. Like there's hallways,
go down the
and you're gonna have to go down them.
Yeah.
They're gonna be down that way. Okay. Thank you. And I kind of just lightly shove him as I continue to dash.
Maximum.
Cool. Go ahead and make a survival check for me.
On Finbar.
Okay. 22.
You come to a fork, and you're not sure which way to go, when you feel a light breeze coming from the right. You head down that way. And as you continue on for a moment, you full dash round the corner, and you see there's indeed it's a beautiful arch that seems to be made out of, what's the word? The shell. Abalone?
Abalone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Abalone. The beautiful arch made it seems to be have abalone, and beneath it is just beyond it is just void. And you see Hira, Frost Salamander, on a leash, being followed by invisible servants holding tons of luggage, and Elise herself. As you run down there, she turns. She says, "Finbar, what are you doing here?"
Stop, y'all ain't going nowhere. Did you get my message? About
not talking to Riggs. Yeah.
You can I roll an insight check? Is there anything off about her behavior?
Please roll an insight check.
Insight.
Oh my god, I have to bring up
Insight.
Give me a sec. Hold on.
Okay, well, I'm keeping it. I'm
Jane Austen's
keeping it.
persuasion wishes it had what rolling with difficulty has right now.
Somehow the fight with the slime was so much less scary than this. Partially because we're not here and can't help.
I'm sure Finbar was feeling the same about
you.
it.
I mean, it's gonna be tough to beat. I'll tell you that.
I rolled a dirty 20. What did you roll?
Replace that dirty with something a little more natural.
Hey!
Total of
How
27.
appropriate for a druid.
You see a lie in her eyes. She can never lie to you.
Come on, at least you know better than that. And I'm going to cast Detect Magic to see if she's under a charm.
You see, she's under the effects of a suggestion spell. There is an enchantment, like, clouded around her head. She might not even realize that she's not doing what she is supposed to be doing. Like, basically, it's kind of like Gish, like, some command has been given to her, and as far as she's aware, she might not even realize she's carrying it out. But there is, like, you can see there's, like, an enchantment going around her head.
Yeah. I'm going to turn to Hira as pardon me, Your Highness, as I'm gripping Elise. She's under some sort of spell. Please tell me you can help me break this.
Go ahead. Oh, hold on.
I mean, we got you that lizard and everything.
Let's see.
And I'm going to look at him and I'm going to say please again as he starts to cry.
Well, first of all, it's not that hard. He can cast Detect Magic at will. So the first thing that, by the way, audience, I said it before, but Hira uses he and they pronouns. Hira is going to cast Detect Magic and see exactly what you're talking about, and then does not have any way to break this, but is extremely powerful. What I'm going to do real quick from you is just an initiative roll from Finbar, Elise, and Hira.
Huh? Oh, I see.
Okay.
As you did Detect Magic,
yes,
they did Detect Magic, and now Elise is that's a surprise round. Elise is realizing what's happening. The confusion spell is going to have her do stuff, so we're going to see who goes next now.
Okay, it's 6.
Oof.
6. She rolled a 17, and Hira rolled a 13.
Really good. No!
She is going to... Oh, man, what's happening? Did you approach them as this was happening, Finbar? Are you
I have my hands around Elise, I was gripping Dani's shoulders. I'm gripping Elise's shoulders, just trying to shake her out of it.
Cool. I need you to please make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh my God!
As she will use Cacophony.
Okay. 17.
17 succeeds. On a failed save, you would take damage and be pushed back. So you are going to take a little damage, but more importantly, you do not get pushed back. Meaning, as she's about to run into the air and jump out into space, you and Hira are both going to get to make attack of opportunity to grapple her. Oh, holy shit! I rolled max damage. It's 15 half to 7 thunder damage on you.
Okay.
And I'm going to need you to please make a. If you would like to grab her before she runs and jumps out into space,
yes,
into air, I would like you to do that.
No, we thought maybe we just let her go run and jump into space. That's why he changed.
Yeah, that would be super fun.
Okay. Where's my opportunity? 20. Okay, here we go. It's not great. 14
with studded leather armor, an dexterity of +2. A 14 will hit.
Ooh.
Oh. Come on, man. You can't do this to me. Not at this hour.
She goes to jump, and you wrap your arms around and just pull her in. She struggles against you. Hira is shocked and looks around. Oh my goodness. Do you have her?
Yeah. No, she's right here. She ain't going nowhere.
Okay. We'll get this. He motions to the cloud of enchantment around her head. Taken care of. Bring her with me. She struggles and fights, but you bring her and essentially, basically tie her down as she begins slinging swears and curses at both of you. This goes on for a little bit before Hira brings out a silver. You'd pour cream out of, a little serving thing.
Decanter?
Filled with water. Decanter, yeah, a little silver decanter. Pours it over her head. And as they do, you see the enchantment just wash away.
Snap out of it.
There's a moment where everything that just happened kind of comes to her. And then she looks at you, Finbar, and just says, I'm so sorry.
Oh.
That's all right now. That's all right. I'm sorry too.
She lets out. You guys at this point have all arrived.
I'm so glad we figured out this was where everything was happening.
Yep.
1 second.
You guys arrived. Everyone lets you in. You see, it was muffled, but you notice that she pulls her hand away as she wipes a tear away. She looks at you three, and then turns to Finbar and says,
Ugh.
Whoever the son of a bitch who did this is, I'm gonna fucking kill him.
Hell yeah.
Virlos collapses on the
I'm
ground.
gonna pass out a little bit.
Finbar's gonna smile for a little bit. He's gonna just, all right, sit down. He's gonna turn to the group. He's like, you guys are fucked up.
Before that,
absolutely right.
It was.
could you We left our ship
You
parked
look about as bad as I feel.
outside the city. There's a Snurf nibbling on it, who I think maybe someone should pick up and put in like a hotel for the night or something.
Riggs sitting there for 8 hours while you rest, just like, guess they died.
No, Riggs gets a long rest. She loses one of those levels of exhaustion.
Yeah,
helps
then
herself
she
to
can
something
walk
in the
again.
kitchen. Yeah, she's fine.
I guess I own this.
She's in a tiny
spelljammer
little
here now, don't
bathrobe.
I?
Oh, okay. Well, we let the bad guy get away, but... Oh, and there's still the horrible slime thing. We didn't quite kill it. Hopefully someone took care of
We
that.
left it in a building full of powerful chefs, which, as I understand it, is the most strong class you can be. So I'm sure they got it covered.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
At the very least, like, the building can be fumigated or something like that.
Yeah, Virla took some hits. If you got any juice.
I'm spending, Finbar's spending a lot of his time just looking at everyone, making sure everyone's wounds are all right.
Thank you.
And he takes a moment, gathers everyone around, and he says, you know, he was right. It looks like y'all almost died back there. I should have probably stayed.
No, I mean, almost. No. Keyword. We totally handled it. Everything's fine.
I think I can take the blame for most of what happened.
Nah, it's alright. Y'all gonna do what you gonna do, but I made a promise to keep the crew together, and I kind of broke that.
No, it's for release. We totally get it. I think.
Water.
What's up?
Can we just let's not throw ourselves in front of the proverbial fireball. Let's just accept all a part of the blame and try and learn from now on.
I'll give Virla a little like tune up the wrench.
If I'm going to learn from this whole experience,
that my chest is melting.
Mending.
If I'm going to learn from this experience, I'm going to have to cut down on my list of priorities.
Ooh.
I don't know if that's an
I don't know if we should be
lesson.
taking advice from the bad guy who was monologuing.
He wasn't entirely wrong. I had a choice to make.
He was
and I couldn't make
pretty
it.
Wrong.
And
Finbar,
I think after this, after I'm done helping with the guild, I'm done.
Ooh.
Finbar,
I
didn't.
Are you saying this in front of Elise?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, pain.
If you need me,
sit up.
Anytime, Elise, I'm there. You don't gotta hire me through the guild. I'll do what I can do to support you. In the meantime, I'm with the crew.
Finbar,
all this stuff with the guild, I can't keep doing this. I'm sorry.
Prop up Virla a little bit.
Sure. I just want you to be crystal clear on what the sort of detriments this crew has been facing for the last however many hours since we at the very least entered the cave in Bitopia. When I look at your faces, I see they are not natural. They are crass, a grim, demonic expression. Everything that I hear you say comes with a silver tongue, and it cuts me.
Oh.
And I have been trying to function, believing that my crew is not like this. But there have been a lot of things that I have seen.
God damn it.
Shadows that move, faces that turn their heads and look at me. Ever since we entered the cave, I could not necessarily believe what I was seeing. But because I could not believe what I was seeing, I had no reason to point it out, right? Not until I had gathered enough evidence towards one way or another. I believe my hesitancy to come forward to the group has cost that. I was scared to come forward to you. And when the time came for us to make a decision together, I had elected more to act in favor of what I thought was safer for me and teleport away.
Oh, I'm with Elise on this. I'm gonna fuck these guys up.
The effects of what had happened and the effects that have occurred on me and our companions, they are not just yours alone. If you wish to reassign your priorities, then very well, but just know that the events of what happened today are not solely yours to blame. And I should be candid, and I should say that I still see your faces, and you look at me and you sneer.
Ooh.
I don't know what your expression is. I don't know what you're going to say, but I'm going to say this anyway.
All right.
To-do list. Number 1, find a cleric. Number 2, kill the blue guy.
We do the right. We do the right thing. We do the right thing.
Yeah.
We clean up this mess. That we gonna do, and we gonna do that together.
Also, I don't want anyone taking what that jerk upstairs said too seriously. I know he said it with a lot of conviction and kept talking about conviction. A lot of stuff happened, and I never really got to explain what exactly I saw from our friend Hans. But all that stuff the guy upstairs was talking about, oh, everything dies, everything rots, you're all gonna be gone in, some number of years. Okay, so you know the glowy gold guy, my astral thing, the stuff I do, that's called Suvi, and she's been around a real long time. She bonded with some ancestor. I mean, you guys know, I didn't have a family. I got taken to the monastery at some point. I don't know where they found me, but she came from whoever they were, back through the generations, and she'll probably be gone. She'll be here long after I'm gone. So whatever that guy was saying, I don't want you guys thinking he knows everything, because he didn't even know that. And Hans knew that, for crying out loud. I mean, so I really hate to see you guys like this. I mean, this is bad, but it's like these guys think the only thing anything can ever be is bad. And they get mad when people live in defiance of that. And I don't want you guys falling into that mindset that they're right, that everything is terrible and everything dies, because some things don't and some things aren't. And I wouldn't know that if it wasn't for you guys. So just
I will second what Kyana was saying. I would not be here if it were not for Dani. So I do know that there is some sort of life after a perceived death. In Kyana's case, it is more literal. But
yeah, well, I mean, we'll see how that goes.
Okay, Dani, it's your turn to share with the group. Because I know if I know that I looked through the portal and I turned and I had these afflictions affecting me. I know something's been happening with you. Hopefully it's been cured by Finbar, but I really don't know what to trust at this point.
Ooh.
I'm sorry I set you all on fire this morning. Since then, I have felt much better.
I'll accept it.
You technically didn't set me on fire. I dodged.
You did jury rig the spelljammer to do something it can never do, so I thank you for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's allowed for one day. We're gonna get some food in here, if that's okay, Hera.
Ordering pizza to Hera's place.
Please use whatever facilities I have.
Thank you.
We're gonna rest up. Tomorrow, we go about cleaning this mess.
Slap a band-aid over the giant acid wound.
Yeah.
We're fine. Everything's fine.
Can we vote a cleric?
We'll see if we can go hands or what? Hans?
Hans,
just
Sigil.
Somewhere in
we gotta find.
Virla's. I was crazy. I assume Virla's got the same thing I had, so.
Okay, yeah, we'll find somebody.
It wasn't as blatant, but it was like a flicker in my eye. Something in the periphery of my vision, a shadow moving, a branch turning and curling it as if it had fingers. I didn't want to say anything because of course it was crazy, but I saw it and I kept seeing it. I don't know what to.
Yeah, we're gonna have to fix these two up.
But I hope you know that.
I haven't seen anything since I set everyone on fire.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you're feeling better.
She's been good for 3 whole hours.
A new Dani record.
It has been 3 hours since our last Dani incident.
I just don't want you feeling like this is. I don't.
It's not.
This was something done to you.
Yeah.
It's not your fault. It's not something bad about you that we'd be judging. It's something that happened to you that we feel sad about because we care about you.
Well, I know that now, but it's kind of difficult to come to that conclusion when you see a bunch of things that, or at least you perceive a bunch of things that, fly contrary to that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you for your candidness. I'll
what I'm
keep
good
it into consideration the next time I look through a portal of the mad fungal queen.
Yeah, please don't do that again, you guys. That was really bad.
I really thought I was doing something there with Bane. I thought that would keep me safe.
Destroying the portal was really good. That was really good of you.
Uh-huh.
But maybe don't look through it first next time. I don't know.
But I was really curious. I have stuff to add and then also take away from my conspiracy board as well.
Oh, great. Okay, let's get some band-aids and order a pizza or something. I am about combated out for the day.
Are you okay,
You
Elise?
all go your separate ways to attend to your own wounds. Elise is just sitting, listening to the whole thing. She's kind of got one hand in the other, rubbing her palm, and then silently stands up and leaves the room. You're left with questions about the future for your relationships and selves may hold, but more of a reaffirmation of what you've already found. Some things are uncertain, but the crew of the Per Aspera is still together. I think that's where we're going to go ahead and end the episode.
Yeah.
Spicy.
Or Finbar could follow Elise out of the room. I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say we can't end this here. Finbar's gonna do this passion,
Nah.
No,
come
that's
back
where we're
speech.
ending it.
Okay.
You're gonna talk
Did
to Elise,
some
you're gonna
quick
do next
math
episode,
in my
buddy.
head. I
Next time on
mathematically
Rolling with
with some
Difficulty.
decent rolls,
Man, you said that right for the
would
police.
have made it.
I can't
And
believe you
I
did that
what,
to her.
was on my character sheet. Low intelligence,
By the way,
high wisdom.
By the way,
you know?
I forgot to say, Wally, go ahead and take an inspiration for that extremely bold choice to leave the rest of the party.
Yeah. Reward him.
Take an inspiration for that one. Man, not to...
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
No, I know that must have been a really hard
wisdom,
decision.
It was solid.
Yeah.
I was so... When you chose that over, I was incredibly impressed. And then to go... not go back, but, after saving Elise to be like, oh, yeah, I'm going to give that part up now. Incredibly... wow.
Yeah.
Incredibly difficult character choice. And for the record... Okay, as hard as that was, you guys wiped the floor with everything that came before it. That would have made this harder. Not to lift the veil too much, maybe in a Q&A I'll talk about it a little bit, but let's just say, even if you'd accumulated one failure on that skill challenge, things were going to be harder.
He was already going to be dead, wasn't he?
There's other stuff that was going to be happening.
Of course.
We
let
just
alone if you
gave you
accumulated
him
3
monologue.
failures.
We gave that to you for free. We just did that.
But the trick is talking is a free action, so that was all less than a round,
The trick
baby.
is that talking is a free action. That's correct.
5 seconds.
Well, I mean,
In
the
my
biggest
mind,
the biggest reason why I let the monologue go out because I had no details as to what was going on. I didn't know what was going on with Elise, and I didn't know where, if anything else was going on in the building.
If
The
you hadn't
second we
let him talk,
learned,
would you have even known something?
we
was
wouldn't
wrong
have
with
learned
Elise?
we wouldn't known to check the basement, and I wouldn't have known he would have charmed Elise like that. That was the two biggest information.
So
that
it's
I needed
good
to get
that we
out
let
of
him get that out of his system without swinging first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good job, team.
That guy is gonna
That was a good decision.
destroy us later. I don't know if anyone else has a guess as to what he is, but I got one.
Well, I mean,
You mean he wasn't a water genasi?
Elise is gonna go try to kill that guy. It's really up to the rest of
Hey,
you.
do you want me to kill
not
that guy
By
for
the way,
you?
episode when I planned out, and I'll say as well, when I planned out this season, I knew episode 8 could go, and obviously anything could change along the way. But I planned up to here, and then episode 8, I was like, there's basically like a couple different things that can happen depending on how much you succeed in episode 7. and or I should say this is episode 7. How much you succeed in episode 7, and episode 8 is going to be behind curtain number 1.
I mean, I'm with Elise on this. I really don't like how much this has hurt everybody I care about on a very deep and personal level, so I'm going to go fuck him up if nobody minds.
Danny's ride or die. I'm down.
Finbar's-
Although we do eventually need to stop in the City of Brass at some point.
Yeah.
I also think it's like,
Otto. Yes.
everyone I know
no.
keeps getting targeted by
not
psychic
even one
attack.
failure. The plane ships didn't even break.
Yeah,
But
lot
the
of
consequence
people-
of that is
If
that the
you've
ship
gotten
was
one
literally
failure-
pushed to its limit and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
we only had a short
Yeah.
rest between 2 very difficult
Yes.
encounters.
I
feel
didn't even
I feel
heal
like
up.
It was,
To be fair, that's a standard
Kyana
D&D
didn't even
session.
short rest.
Okay.
yeah.
If that's true, this played a lot more. We're
Yeah.
approaching, but I'll lift the curtain and say if you'd gotten one failure on the skill challenge, that was going to be that's it for the plane shift. Like spelljammer,
Oh my
Raptor
God.
does not plane shift anymore. You're
wow.
broken.
Holy
Okay.
crap.
One
We're
in.
really good mechanics, guys.
Yeah.
And I'm going to guess that
Down for it.
the guild master guy would have been gooped
kidnapped.
by the time we arrived.
Goofified.
Yeah.
No
I hope that
Goober
crystal golem I
kidnapped.
handed him off to was actually good and not sinister and evil. I'm
Yeah,
not even
well,
under the effects of any
Finbar knows
curse.
who that
I'm
is.
suspicious.
Finbar, that's
Yeah, but
Wilmot.
was it
Actually, if anything, Wilmot's great because Wilmot's a construct and thus
Yes.
cannot be charmed.
Ha ha!
So like,
Wilmot's a great character. Okay,
I
but
love him. Wilmot
everything,
is
yes.
what's the name of the
so
sad
we stop recording?
robot from?
Or...
Oh yeah.
yes.
All right. Good night, guys.
Okay. Good night, everybody.
All of this for the next session. Yes.
Woo!
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Sophia, aka Dani, and thank you for listening to this week's episode of Rolling with Difficulty. If you have any questions for the show, feel free to tweet at us, hit us up on Instagram, or email the program directly at rollwithdifficulty@gmail.com. Rolling with Difficulty is now available on YouTube. Check out our video offerings for battle maps alongside the regular uploads, and if you enjoyed the show, please rate us and leave a review on your preferred podcast platform, or comment on YouTube. And we'll catch you next week for another adventure.